Hey guys, we're back. So, go back to where's the fucking Viper bot at? All right. So, as you had cast the spell on the door last, the door's event that seems to have broken the hinges a bit by being kicked in forcefully seems to have been more than a week ago, and the only event that you can really transcribe would be something passing through the door, not physically.
Hmm.
Phoenix, your character who casts a spell.
What do you have to say
Oh,
in response to this?
I
Well, I'm assuming this is happening while like the others are investigating the circle. Phoenix is like, "What the fucking touches the door to investigate it?" Right?
yeah.
I
Okay.
would assume so, yeah.
Presumably.
Concurrent events.
So at this point, you both come out of your like forms of investigating with this knowledge you have. If there's any role play you would like to do, feel free. If there's any information you would like to discern, you can ask me.
Hmm.
Okay, so I guess we don't really know what happened to this room recently.
Well, then perhaps we should move on. We need to get the knowledge quick. For all, there's a lot of, you know, devils and whatnot roaming around.
There is
Hmm.
something that passed through this door.
Perhaps I should
Something is
take
not
lead.
very much of a narrowing down.
Well, I'm sorry, I got here a few hours ago in case you forgot.
Oh
Hmm.
no, I haven't.
I mean, it hasn't been long since any of us got here. In fact, this whole event just started mere hours ago.
Oh no,
So,
he's referring to when he started coming with us because he didn't exactly have a choice at that point.
yes, what I'm also saying is that this whole scenario hasn't been a very long one. But aside from that, I do think I should take lead as I know where some places in this. I have an idea of the layout of the school. Excuse
Well,
me
that
for a moment.
would certainly be helpful. I haven't been here before.
That would have been nice to know earlier.
Regardless, what are we looking for in here? You never decided to inform me of that.
Soup, how far is your detect magic range? I forget. I'm stupid. Sorry.
It is a 30-foot emanation centered on myself.
There are a few magical items in these classrooms, things that like are meant to be used for like containing special liquids, certain things like that. But there is one thing that you did pick up that was magical. It seemed to be a staff that seemed to be upon one of the walls in the classroom.
Hmm.
The magic you ascertained from it was necromantic.
I guess once I would have figured that out, I sort of like looked over at the staff, looked at the circle, and sort of tried to put two together that someone probably used that staff for this circle, but never ended up completing it.
The staff itself, looking at it, is this large, about 3 foot tall iron rod of just complete black metal that's twisted and pulled into a almost like a twisted triangular bayonet kind of look to it. Almost like the sword from Dark Souls, but it's just a pole of dark metal.
Hmm.
Hmm. I almost went to ask if it sort of looked like a stake, but after
Yeah,
you mentioned
that,
that,
but 3 feet tall.
okay.
All right then. Would you say that the staff is of two bulk or less?
I don't know what bulk is.
It's
It's
basically how much you can carry, and
It's the unit of measurement for
yeah,
Pathfinder.
it's
Oh,
the
so
unit
it's
of
like the
measurement.
pounds, but okay.
Kind of like pounds, but I guess it's more like a collection of 10 pounds or 20 pounds or something like that.
Oh, then it's probably one bulk or less.
All right. If it is within 60 feet of me, which it probably is since it's been detected by detect magic, I'm going to summon a mage hand to just pick it up and carry it over to me.
Alright, as your mage hand goes up and touches it and picks it up off the ground, the door to the room slams shut as everything starts to go cold for you all. I would like everyone to make me a. Is it fortitude here? Yeah, I think that's what it is. Make me a fortitude
Fortitude
saving throw,
replace.
everyone.
All right.
14 saves.
As the room
Fuck,
becomes
that's
straw
not
cold, as you see this mist emanates from a sourceless area.
Mhm.
I'm going to cast Read the Air.
These weird spells.
Make the
man.
fortitude save, Phoenix.
I know, I'm getting Fortitude.
22.
I got 20.
21. One
don't
of you
think-
better have gotten a 19.
I don't think that I don't think I need to say anything.
What'd you roll?
22.
20 above whoever got the 22.
Yeah.
42.
So yeah, you all succeed. Unless you rolled less than like a 19, then you did not. So as this cold mist starts to emanate from nowhere in the room, you cast Read the Air.
Yep.
Um,
Basically functions as Identify, but for the air.
as part of this casting spell, you recall knowledge using society to gain information about the immediate social situation. Make me a society check. Or does that automatically happen? You just succeed.
Let me actually double check.
Yeah, because I don't know. This spell is weird. It has like
Uh,
multiple things going
Fair
on. with it.
casting this spell.
as part of casting this spell, you recall knowledge using society.
Okay. So yeah, roll me society.
Uh, Right.
There are other effects, but in the current situation, they would not apply, as they apply to
Yeah.
diplomacy to make impressions for
yeah,
other
yeah,
people present.
yeah. It is a 31.
You immediately recognize the chill of occult-based magic, almost. You feel the chill and nip of what seems to be almost necromantic magic.
Ooh.
And you realize... I'll say this, you immediately realize, because no one else mentioned necromantic magic to you, they all just went like, oh yeah, we should probably get out of here and get back to our goal. You're the first one to really put it together. Necromantic magic was banned earlier this year in Tyrellian. There was a school for it and even a wing for it in the college, and any practitioners of it were either kicked out, enslaved, or executed.
So I'm just gonna go, okay, it would appear that we're dealing with a lot of necromancers. Probably in a cult.
In other words, there's not going to be much reasoning since they don't care much for the law.
Law? There's a law against that here? Sorry, I come from a different continent.
Yes, there's a law against necromancy.
Quite a
Ah.
severe one, I might add.
I will also
Well,
say,
where I
Cass,
come from, it's standard practice.
you do see a
Sorry.
bit of that mist is creating this almost visage of a hand reaching up towards the metal staff that seems to be being pulled towards the mage from another continent. As if
I
whatever
think
is
there's.
happening is because somebody is messing with the staff. But continue, my bad.
I think there's something going after the staff. I think.
I'm going to use the mage hand to lift the staff. About how tall is the room? I'll try and lift it to the ceiling.
About 20 feet tall.
Yeah, I'll lift it to the ceiling.
All right, you guys watch as the mist seems to almost congregate in this funnel, this upside down funnel shape, and you see this misty hand reach up and grab the staff. At this point, there's this shock of this wave of arcane power. I need everyone to make me reflex saving throws.
Ah, sweet.
25.
I like reflex.
Of course, you
20.
like reflex.
29.
Okay.
Give me a sec.
That's a 17.
That's a failure.
38.
That's a success.
I mean, I think that's everyone.
Okay, yeah, so the only one that failed was Shadowy, correct?
Yes,
Unless the
Yep.
DC, unless 20 fails.
No,
Yeah.
20 is just
Right.
above the DC of 19.
Okay.
So,
Alright, that means I crit succeed.
yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just a sucker save here. So, as you all manage to hold on and, like, batter, seemingly, like, move out of the way of fast winds pushing past you as this magical mist hits you and almost freezes you as you just pull up some cloaks and whatnot. And jump behind different items within the classroom, different tables, whatnot. You watch as the other mage in your group, what's your fucking name again?
Alcine.
Alcine, yeah. Isn't fast enough, and as he goes to jump behind a table, he's hit by this tremendous blast of cold energy. Alcine, you take 10 points of cold damage.
Alright.
And you are knocked onto the ground as you guys watch the mist apparates, or dissipates, I should say. And you see, clutching the staff is this spectral figure, donned in these tattered robes. His face sunken in with a large beard of spectral energy, and a large hood that seems to go above his head. As this individual grasps this the metal staff, you could see runes start to appear on it. As it stares down towards you all, I would like everyone here to make me just a dexterity check for your initiatives.
Alright.
I'm in danger.
Good job for specifying dexterity, because
Yeah.
normally for Pathfinder it's perception.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, by default it is perception.
I know.
Why
But
does
it's
it not let you just roll dex? Fine. Fuck you, I
Because
guess.
normally you don't need
11.
Okay.
Alright, I think I have a bonus to this. Where is that?
That's a
bonus?
14.
So we have
that's an 11.
Shadowy at 14.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's what that bonus was.
Ruby,
Cool.
what's your dexterity? Ruby.
I have a total of +2.
Okay, and who else rolled 11?
I did.
What's your dexterity?
+4.
Okay, so you go before Ruby.
Alright, so just my dex bonus, which is plus.
Okay, and then Phoenix, what did you roll?
I guess that's.
I rolled a 12,
Okay, damn.
I think.
You guys rolled pretty good for your bonuses.
Yeah.
Soup, what'd you roll? 37.
Ignoring my massive bonus of perception that I'd normally get to initiative, because that's what it normally is, I'm just going to use my dex mod for this.
Yeah.
I do have incredible initiative, so I have a +2 on this.
Okay.
Or I've already. Well, that's a 7.
Ah, God.
Did you roll a natural 1?
I rolled a nat 1 for a total of 7.
Okay, so that's a nat 1 then.
Critical fail.
Yep, and then this. Okay, the boss rolled a nat 1 too, and he has only a +3.
Still go before him.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Boss is last. Can't imagine.
Hey, you're a big boss, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. What'd you roll for initiative?
Not
That
good.
one.
And, I'm not fucking with you. That has happened for my last 3 bosses I've made.
What?
Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, they have like plus 10 to initiative. They're gonna go first. They're gonna get their legendary actions, their layer actions, natural 1.
Not
Fuck.
one.
Oh, I'm sorry. Actually, technically, I forgot to mention they do have layer actions. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
God. Well, their layer action goes first. So,
Oh god.
this is the initiative. And by the way, you can see that I've actually put some lore into this boss, so that nat 1 really sucks. Yeah. Fuck me, huh?
Yeah.
Are you
Alright,
guys ready to
this
fight
man-
Talizarenth? The Necromancer?
Yeah, I guess
Talizarenth,
so.
the ninth hell.
Ah, fuck. Alright, so, as you all, manage to pull yourselves above the table, you feel that cold energy that passed by you suddenly seems to emanate from below this creature's cloak. This 8-foot-tall ghostly apparition seems to almost emanate this chilled energy. As the room suddenly gets colder and dimmer, I need everyone to make me fortitude saves, please. This is save or suck.
Alright.
What is it with me and rolling 9s?
Fortitude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he said 42. Well, I succeeded.
Yeah, Soup, you're just like,
I
Get
dealt
this
with
dollar
the
store
cold.
necromancy out of here.
I got a
Hey.
30, and I'm pissed that I only got a 30.
You critically
Hey.
you critically succeed.
22.
Eight.
Okay, Shadowy, what'd you roll?
I got that 23.
All right, Ruby, what'd you roll?
Total of 21.
You all succeed. So, as this cold energy once again emanates and blasts over you, you feel it trying to sap at your life force. Actually, hold up, no, you did get hit by it, right? Right, Shadowy before?
Yeah.
I need you to make that again because you technically would have disadvantage on this.
Oof. So he'd have misfortune for Pathfinders.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
Only an 18.
That is a failure. So, as this cold energy once again reaches out, you feel it dig into your soul.
Shadowy is getting hit by all of
Shadowy,
it.
you suffer 7 points of negative energy damage, and your max HP is reduced by 7.
Okay.
For now, it's not permanent. But as this energy hits you, you guys watch as Shadowy's alias guy, I don't know if I can't pronounce Alzheim. There you go. Suddenly bends over, and you can see their body starts to dry and crack at certain parts, and that will end the layer action. It is now your turn, Shadowy. As Alzheim, you feel this energy pulsing through your body and stealing your life force. What are you doing?
I'm just getting a calculator out so I can track it that way.
Mhm.
There we go. Alright. So that's 55 max HP. Okay. So, how far away is the apparition?
They're about, let's see here, you would have been at the entrance to the room, so you're about 30 feet away from it and then 20 feet down from it.
20 feet. Okay.
So I would say you're about 40 feet from it, probably.
Alright, Elsign's a little angry. He's a little angry at being sucked by this presumably old man.
At least he's got experience.
What?
Alright. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna start by using intimidating glare to try to demoralize him.
Okay, give me a second. I haven't used a ghost mage in a while. Or at all.
A
let's see.
ghost mage.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen if I cast this spell.
Where are their resistances at?
Basically, I'm just making this check against his will DC.
Yeah, I'm just trying to see if he's immune to it. Give me a second. What will it do if it affects him?
Demoralize will give him Frighten 1.
Frightened 1. Okay, he's not resistant to that. Okay, so go ahead and make me a check. Yeah, go ahead and make the check.
Intimidation check. Wait, yeah, just looking at that. Yep, that's that bonus. There we go. That's a 29.
29, that's a success.
Alright, so he is now is Frightened 1.
Okay. So as you as you glare at this man, he looks down towards you, and you don't see his face, but you can see like parts of his. You can see parts of his face, but you can't see his entire face. He has this croaky nose that comes out like a fucking toucan beak. As you look up, you could see that he starts to shiver himself a little bit.
And then, with that, I use the remainder of my 2 actions to cast Moonlight Ray at him.
Moonlight ray. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that need moonlight?
Basically, it's I unleash a holy beam of freezing moonlight. Make a ranged spell attack. The ray deals 5d6 cold damage. If the target is a fiend or undead, you deal an extra 5d6 good damage. Moonlight Ray's cold damage is silver damage for the purposes of weaknesses, resistances, and the like.
Okay, go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Yep.
It's Ray of Frost, but better.
What kind of
Classic
damage
way to
does this do?
start a fight.
It does cold damage, and if
counts
they
as
are
silver.
undead, they also take good damage. So if they're immune to cold, they still take good.
It is also worth noting that the cold damage counts as silver damage for the purposes of
So
resistance.
is it good or positive damage?
Good damage?
Okay.
It is good damage, which is alignment damage.
Mhm.
If it is good aligned, it is immune to that damage.
Check. Okay.
I'm just looking at
So
that. Alright.
can alignment damage be resisted in Pathfinder? Because I don't know. that shit.
Alignment damage only affects the opposing alignment.
I'm gonna use a
Okay.
hero point on that.
But for example, if they have if it says resistances all damage, a certain amount, would they reduce alignment damage?
I think so, if they resist all damage.
Yeah, except for certain ones, but it doesn't say good here. So.
Yeah.
I am using a hero point right here because I got a bad roll.
What'd you roll?
Alright, I'm gonna use another hero point.
Okay.
Oh god.
Damn.
Yeah, this is a. Bruh, nah, I'm hitting with this. I'm hitting with this.
Just take the L.
No, I'm not
Bro,
taking
take
this out.
the L. It's a
I'm not
cantrip.
taking the. This isn't. Bruh. Did it! Yes, that's a crit.
Yeah. So, as you, would you like to describe your attack?
That's a
please?
32.
Please just describe your attack, please.
So after Elsine glares at this ghostly mage, and yeah, and after he started the crinkle from his necrotic cold, he glares at him, and through his grit teeth he says, "All right, you little bastard. How about I give you a taste of your own medicine?" Ah! And he casts Moonlight Beam at him.
Okay. I meant describe the actual attack, but sure. Alright, a beam of moonlight hits him. Go ahead and roll damage. Whoa.
And yes, yeah, and as he does so, a beam of shimmering silver blasts from his hand, hitting the mage, as he starts to crumble. All right. Of that
Go
would
ahead
be
and roll
double.
damage, and then, well, you don't roll double the dice. How I do it is you roll damage, we just double all of it.
Okay. Oh wait, I just need to. I remember I have this feat, so let's see that. Okay, it doesn't have a duration. You gain a stats bonus to that. Okay, so that's a third level spell. That's a +3, and with that. Okay, so 5. Yep. Okay. All right. There we go.
When the turns in combat take 5 minutes.
All right. There we go. Okay,
So
that's 40.
without doubling, right?
Yep, without doubling.
Okay. So, what all type of damage is this? This is...
It is cold damage and then
Okay.
good damage.
It is worth noting that the cold damage is also counted as silver.
Okay. So, technically, you would only deal 21 damage here.
Because he's completely immune to cold damage, and the silver doesn't really affect that.
No, silver doesn't affect it, is the problem, and he has resistance 10 to all damage types.
So it'll be 20. Okay, so it's 21.
21 increased to 42 damage.
Okay, so it's 42 damage. Alright.
So you still did extra damage.
Yeah. So, as you strike him, well, wait, what the fuck? It just did 4 on my calculator. What the fuck here? I'm trying to keep the right health, and it just only inputted the 4 instead of 42. So as it strikes him, you hear this ghastly. Does that end your turn?
Yeah, it'll be into my turn.
All right. End of your turn. It is now whose turn? Phoenix, your turn.
Righty.
You're about 30 feet away, and then 20 feet below the boss, so I'd put you at a 40-foot distance in your angle as well.
Vicious mockery. No, I know. I'm pretty sure that's actually a spell in Pathfinder.
There's something like it, but so are they within 30 feet of me?
No.
40
Damn.
feet away.
Well, if it requires an angle of a spell, like a ray or something, it is considered 40 feet because they are 30 feet forward and then 20 feet up. So just using Pythagorean theorem, it's probably about 40 feet. So I would say if it's a radius, then yes. But if it's a ray, no.
Okay, then I'm going to cast Village of Doom, which for 1 round foes within the area are frightened 1, I can't speak, and they can't reduce their frightened value below 1 while they remain in the area.
Okay. So he just goes up to frighten 4 then?
Holy shit.
Yep.
This man is just shitting himself at this point.
Yeah.
You
That
guys
is
just
a
want to
way
see me
to
kill
it.
the boss?
Wait.
Nah, we're
Guys,
we can actually
guys,
kill him.
guys,
Might
this
actually
is
get
a
a turn.
CR10 creature, and you are a CR5 party, and 2 of you
Why you-
have already frightened forward it and did like a 5th of its health in 1 attack.
Hold on. We're level 6.
Well, you are. Is the rest of the party?
I am.
Yeah.
And then we all level up.
Yeah, you
yeah,
said
yeah.
we were all
Yeah,
level
well,
I
6.
guess you did.
Level
Yeah.
6.
But guys, this is a CR10 creature,
Uh,
and you guys are fucking it up.
Right now it's shitting
We're
its
saving our-
pants.
We're saving our wizard's
Wait
resources.
until it
This is
hits
the
my
Raid of
turn.
Oakage all over again.
Isn't there a frightened value where it just flat out dies?
I don't think so. But...
no, I think what you're referring to is Scared to Death, which is a legendary feat for, or a feat for legendary intimidation.
Phoenix.
Okay.
I'll let you finish your turn, but I'm gonna roll here after your turn to see if it can do shit or not.
Or if it's just too frightened.
Yeah, Phoenix, go ahead. Anything else on your turn?
So then I'm going to cast, since it's shitting its pants, I'm going to do telekinetic projectile.
Okay.
Oh, he picks up a small object nearby and just yeet.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's basically catapult.
I think I need to roll to hit. Yes.
Yes. It is a roll to hit, and the damage type is bludgeoning, piercing, or slashing as appropriate for the object.
Who the hell designed this app and didn't give you option to roll for spell attack?
What
What?
are you looking at? Path Builder?
Yes.
I have no clue.
Okay, whatever.
So it's
29.
It's non-magical bludgeoning then, if it hits.
It is magical.
It
because
is
It's magical
spell.
bludgeoning.
Okay, what'd you roll to hit?
29.
All right, that hits.
All right, time to roll the boatload of damage.
The only thing it specifies in telling a
14.
projectile is that if the magic item that you throw is magical and has any weird properties, those properties of the magic item do not affect the attack or the damage.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
only 4 damage because that has resistance of 10, remember? So, you fling a fucking small vial of, like, old liquid, it just hits his head. It doesn't even break, it just hits his head and bounces off.
Wait, does that oh wait, okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. I was gonna ask if that crits because in
No.
Pathfinder, if it's 10 above, it
No.
crits.
The Ghost Mage AC is 27, so no.
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Oh no.
And somehow
I
I
don't
still
know
hit
that,
it.
so I'm still going with what my character doesn't know that, so I'm still going with the original
Yeah.
plan.
So,
You shouldn't have said that, Schmuck.
Phoenix, is that in your turn?
So his
Yes.
main AC is so his AC is 31
Okay.
normally.
What do you mean 30? Does Frighten
31
reduce the
because-
AC of a creature?
Yeah, frightened also reduces AC.
Oh yeah, frightened reduces the armor class of a creature that is affected by.
No, it only says here on the Frighten condition you take a status penalty equal to the value to all your checks and DCs. That's all it says on mine.
AC is calculated as a dexterity DC.
Bro, that is retarded as shit.
Yeah.
Welcome
I mean,
to
I can verify that for you.
That
Yeah,
is,
in Pathfinder, your fighting condition affects your AC.
that is so stupid.
That's
This is why I'm making my own system, man. Anyway,
I agree.
Mine just
I
talks
agree
about-
that was kinda stupid.
I get what they were going for. You're less likely to be able to fucking defend yourself when you're frightened, but it's stupid.
I still agree. I gotta agree. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you hit him, and what did you roll? You rolled a 28 for the attack?
29.
29, okay.
Okay,
So
that's still not
So
a
no.
crit.
Not a crit, yeah, okay. So,
Not a
So
crit.
its AC would be 23, calculating
Yes.
for frightened.
fuck that shit, bro. Bro, you guys have already dealt 50 damage to this thing, basically. So,
And
as
now
you
it's fine.
hit the creature, does that end your turn?
Yes.
Alright. Let me roll just a check here to see if it can do anything, or if this is just... Okay, yeah, so, over the course of the next few rounds, you guys will kill this thing. So, I will ask you guys to describe
man.
the scene. How do you guys want to kill this thing? Because it is already at half health, basically.
Oh my god.
Ah,
I was
may
about
I
to...
go first?
It went from 135 to 89 in... Well, sorry, 139 to 89 in one turn.
Jesus Christ.
One round.
Yeah, I'm just basically going to be blasting
Yeah.
it with as much fire as possible.
Okay?
Yeah.
The wonderful plant that smells like lilies just shooting fire from her fists.
Ruby, what would your character be doing?
As the plant lets up on the fire, Invert, in a moment of rage, is going to activate her giant stature and approach, wielding her scythe.
Okay,
The
it's 10
grizzly
feet
scythe.
above you,
I grow into a large creature due to giant stature.
which is 10 feet tall. The creature is 20 feet up, so it's still 10 feet above you.
Ah.
But
And
what's
can you
your
even
reach with
wield
that?
your scythe? Because you... Actually, no, you have a second arm now, yeah.
Yeah, plus the scythe does grow with me, so wouldn't it be able to reach 10 feet?
Does it gain a reach of 10 feet?
No.
Then no.
Yeah. Alright.
I will say, flavorly, I'm just asking what you guys are doing.
You could probably jump and attack it.
So, we have
Oh,
somebody
definitely.
doing fire, we have somebody jumping at it to slash it. What are the rest of the party doing?
I'm just gonna keep hurling random objects at it.
Okay? And then, Soup, what's your character doing? Just watching at this point?
Taking notes on how to commit better war crimes.
Okay, so as Cass continuously throws like vials of like very flammable liquids onto this mage that shatter all across him, we see the Goron just clamps their hands together and releases spores that just explode into flame, lighting this individual on fire and most of the room on fire. As we just hear this horrendous screech from the individual, as Alzheim is doing what?
I'm just gonna see how well electricity does, so I'm gonna try zapping
As
him.
Alzheim is just continuously having this concurrent
going
current
unlimited
of
power.
lightning striking onto him. We watch as these all stop and the mage like sends his arm left, pulling out his staff, getting ready to send a powerful spell down to you all. We watch as Ruby's character jumps up and just slices the ghostly apparition into, as the two halves suddenly dissipate in the air as the staff hits the ground. Because it's going last, you guys would have done enough damage to kill it, I'm saying, with your fucking characters. God damn it.
I cannot
Ruby.
attack on my first turn with my rage,
I
giant
know,
stature, and strength.
But realize, you still have V. You still have
Raise.
Soup.
Scorching raise.
Yeah. Ruby, does your axe have the ghost touch property?
No, it's a magical weapon.
I believe it still needs to have the ghost touch property in order to actually harm ghosts.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. This wasn't meant to be a boss fight. It's because you guys got lost. That's why you fought this boss. As the staff clatters to the ground, the room starts to catch flame a bit. Parts of the curtains are catching flame. The body in the center of the room is starting to be surrounded by a ring of flame that seems to be surrounding the archonic rune that's been built onto the ground, well, etched into the ground. You do see the tattered robes fall down and the body disapparates of the mage. There's loot if you wanted to get it off his body, but there is fire starting to engulf parts of the room.
Can I quickly try to grab the staff?
Oh yeah, you can grab the staff.
Can I
I'm just
try-
gonna grab his
So-
entire body.
There is
Can I
no
try to-
body, Ruby.
It was a ghost. There is no body.
I'm gonna grab the loot quick
Alright.
and rush out.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab whatever might be left and run.
I would like a dexterity check from Ruby, please, because you are trying to
Yeah.
grab everything and run out. Or sorry, not a dexterity
All
check.
right.
It would be a reflex save. Not to be caught by any flame, basically.
Okay, reflex. I'm much better at that. 21.
21. You managed to grab the cloak and everything that seems to be there. The tattered robes and whatever may be in his pockets. You begin to run. At this point, I would like a perception check from you, V.
Alright. D20 plus 12. 28.
28. You do see what was left behind on a small table that seems to be almost a lectern at the edge of the room, and there seems to be a beautifully, almost obsidian black kind of tome with the that seems to be placed on the lectern that seems to be covered in dust. That you notice in the room, as well as where his body fell. You do see a small vial that fell out of his pocket when Ruby picked him up and ran.
Okay, so there's a obsidian book and a vial.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab the book.
All right. You say "fuck the vial" and you just run over and you grab the book, pull it off the lectern. Where as you start to pull it off, you do see a body that seems just. Actually, no, there wouldn't be a body here because they would have. Never mind. You do see a few pieces of chalk and other implements, but who cares? You pull the tome off and you begin to run towards the door, managing to get out just before the fire starts to engulf the room. As you guys close the door and the room becomes caught in flames behind you, you manage to get into the hallway.
Okay, so maybe using fire wasn't the brightest idea.
Not exactly.
Dang.
Maybe throwing those vials everywhere wasn't the best plan.
That probably didn't help either, no.
Well,
I did manage to nab this book. I'm not entirely sure what it is.
Oh,
I
wait,
am
look at
going to
that.
open it as I say this.
So as you begin to try and open it, you look down to this obsidian book. As you start to dust it off a little bit, you can see the corner edges are capped with what seems to be this red, this almost rubyish kind of crimson red gemstone. Looking at the spine itself, it seems to have this polished aquamarine color to it. And as you begin to try and open it, you manage to open it, but you do. Actually, sorry, you don't manage to open it. You try to open it, but it feels to be locked, even though you don't see any locks on it.
Yes. Seems to be magically sealed. If I had to take a guess, I don't see a lock on it.
Petra, I advise we get moving. I think the flames might attract a couple unsavory denizens of the lower realms.
Valid point.
I will say, as you do say that, you do hear. As you look down the hallway from the opposite direction you came from originally, and you do see more spectral apparitions beginning to float down the hallway in the direction of the flame.
Yeah, I do believe it would be best that we get to a safer location first.
Why, let's go.
All right.
You lead this time as I point towards Elsign.
So,
Yeah, Elsign big.
is there anything anybody else wants to do before you start running?
No, I'm already walking out of the room as it's catching fire.
Well, you're already out of the room is the problem. You're just in the hallway saying this. Anyway, so as you begin to run through the halls, eventually you make your way towards the second to central tower, and then the central tower. As you begin to try and pass through into this emerald tower, or this past the emerald ring into the central tower of this spiring college, you can see no door in front of you, and as you step forward, Elsign, boom, you feel this barrier. As everyone else watches, Elsign runs into a barrier that seems to be invisible.
Of course. Alright, so it seems the school's put up its defensive measures.
It glows with an emerald color, by the way.
Should I throw a piece of chalk at it?
I don't think that will help. Why
Stand
would that
back.
help?
I tell everyone.
What?
I tell everyone to stand back.
Oh, this is going to be glorious to watch. As
I-
I'm going to
I
take
wait.
a step back.
Elsign is gonna stay about 30 feet back.
Okay.
As
I-
I am going
and-
to.
Wait, before you do that, I'm just going to use Inspire Courage.
Okay.
What's that do?
Doesn't
It's a
make
bard
sense.
thing.
I'm actually gonna
Base,
give her guidance as well.
you and all allies in the area get a +1 status bonus to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saves against fear effects.
And I'm gonna give her guidance, which is a +1 to either an attack roll, a saving throw, a perception check, or a skill check.
So she's gonna have
Alright.
+2 to attack rolls then? Here?
Are they? What kind of bonuses are they? Does it specify like status
I don't
bonus,
give a
circumstance
shit.
bonus?
I really don't give a
Huh.
shit. So it's just +2 to your attack roll here, Ruby. Go ahead.
I am going to use my class feat bashing charge to force open the wall.
It's,
And with all of that, I
Ruby.
have.
It is not a wall. It is a magical barrier.
Right.
So, you guys watch as Ruby's character goes rushing into a barrier, gets flung back 30 feet. Ruby, you suffer 10 points of force damage.
Dang, I had +17 for athletics.
Well, actually, I'll say this. Make me an athletics check first. Because if you get...
Alright.
roll it in chat, because if you get a nat 20, this might be funny.
For a total. Nat 20 for a total of 37, I hope.
Yeah, roll it in chat.
Natural one. Oh.
Sure, okay.
I'm going to use a single hero point.
Okay, go ahead.
better.
All right.
Slightly.
So, as you manage to charge into this barrier, you guys watch as the barrier almost moves like jello or plastic wrap as you see her get like 5 feet into the actual room, still moving forward, and you can see that she is perpetually taking force damage, mind you, this entire time. So, Ruby, you also suffer 5 more points of force damage. Do you continue to try and push through? Because you're almost, it feels like you're about 10 feet into the room, but the barrier is still around you.
Yeah, I
Okay.
would.
You take 5 more points of force damage. And I need you to make another athletics check here.
Come on. 0 point.
Okay. You start to get flung back, but you put your heel on the ground, and let's see.
Hero
You guys
point.
watch as Ruby's character... Oh, you're going to use another hero point? Okay. Never mind.
Ah.
See?
23, 22, 20. Another hero point?
Maybe
That
just
was
stop
all
while you're.
3.
Don't you have an extra
No,
die?
let him keep going.
She
Let him keep
used
going.
a bunch before, so she doesn't have more than 3.
Yeah.
Well,
You guys watch as like she's holding there. You're like, maybe she could do it. Does anybody want to do anything before she gets flung back?
I
I'm
try
going
and cast
to
a spell
step to the
magic to get
side
rid of the
to
barrier?
I'm gonna step to the side to try not to get hit.
Okay, Phoenix, did you
Yeah,
want to do
Elzen's
anything?
also gonna step to the side to not get hit. He's just surprised she managed to get this far. He was just thinking she'd bounce off.
Phoenix, did you want to do anything?
I would just be standing aside,
Okay.
still playing Inspire Courage.
All right, and Soup, you said you're gonna do what?
Can I try and cast a spell magic to get rid of the barrier?
Sure.
had
Order of events. Yeah, order of events. Ruby's character gets flung back and continues to fly back through the hallway past you guys.
Wait, can I do something real quick?
What do you want to do?
Alright, so I just play on my accordion, I stop playing Inspire Courage and just play. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, and as I pass by, you just
Exactly.
hear the Wilhelm scream.
Ruby, you take 2 points. You take a point of psychic damage. You feel so insecure with that little dude. You know, as you go flying back about like 70 feet and land on the ground. Meanwhile, you guys just watch as this unknown mage just walks up. And would you like to describe how you dispel the barrier?
Do I have to roll a counteract check for this?
Actually, technically, yes.
All right. The DC is based on the caster that casts a spell, and I have to make a counteract check using my spellcasting ability mod, intelligence, plus my proficiency bonus. So I have a plus 30 to this.
Okay. DC's pretty high, just so you're aware.
Of course, it's pretty high. This is probably some like really ancient, powerful mage that cast it, and who's
This
no
is
longer
the
alive.
Archmage who cast it, man.
Exactly.
DC's 45.
Oh, so
There's a chance.
easy for him then.
There's a chance. It's still above average for you, but...
I'm spending a hero point.
Guys, just so you're aware, he rolled a natural 1 on his first roll. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. Do
Oh look!
Use another.
you want to use
You know what?
another
Fuck
soup?
it. I'll use another, yes.
Okay.
I have enough. I have enough. I haven't spent anything, really.
I have
Oh
like
my
18
God.
hero points based on
Dude.
Goblin Silver rules.
That's really close, I assume?
Yeah, it's really
Yes,
close.
he said it's
So
45.
you guys watch as this mage is like, pulls out a wand and is starting to try and cast different, a stream of magic at it. And you can see this emerald barrier is like casting its own magical force at him. It's kind of like an Avada Kedavra situation from Harry Potter, as he's just like putting his arms around in a wacky way, and you could just hear him casting like ancient magic speak through his mouth this entire time. Continue, if you want.
If I remember correctly, you said I have a number of hero points equal to my level, right?
Yes. So
Alright,
you use
yes, I'll
3 out of 20.
I've used 2.
Oh yeah, 2. True.
Now I'm spending a third.
Okay, yeah. Okay. So, as you continue to cast this spell towards it to try and dissipate it, Describe exactly how the scene goes for us, because I was just making a joke there.
All right, but this is a success, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
All right. It takes a significant period of time, as I like the fact that you mentioned a wand. However, my caster does not usually use the wand, but he does use the book,
Okay.
as he's
The
he sort
book.
of like places his
Read!
hand out in front of him while the book sort of flips through various pages. It just like flips forward like 10 pages and then back 26 as he's casting these spells casting the spell in a combination of uh celestial, draconic, as well as a bit of sylvanus mixed in there, as he's trying to figure out what language this spell was cast in to try and get rid of it temporarily, at the very least. As he manages to figure out the right combination of letters and words and incantations after a good solid several seconds of casting this spell before it sort of just causes the barrier to sort of just fade away as the color returns to normal in the room.
You guys go ahead and look and speak, please.
That is basically what he's doing, except that there's a lot more wind and a bit less sweat.
Just a little bit,
I will say,
right?
Soup, you realize that the barrier itself is natural or primal based magic instead of arcane. And that eventually clicks and you're like, oh, okay, and you just immediately dispel it after.
That was a little
As you
harsh.
dispel it, you guys feel this heavy burst of like almost a windstorm emanate through the hall.
No, I have to take dispel magic off my list for the time being because I cast that.
Sir, what's your name?
Arden.
Well, that was a good job, Arfin.
Arden.
Arden. That's a good job. That was a excellent display, Arden. As Elsign goes into the tower, not knowing when the barrier will be back.
Yep.
I'm gonna
Follow along.
Yeah. Everyone in the tower.
You guys look and speak
Yes.
again.
Yeah. That's good.
Huh? Hold on, what's that one?
That's me reading my spellbook to try to figure out what language I need to speak.
And what's funny is it even is from make gifts at giftsoup.com, so that's funny.
Dang, soup
but yeah,
guys only.
But yeah, I am going to make my way inside the tower as well, as I'm sort of muttering to myself, why the hell would... Oh wait, yeah, that's the kind of magic of this particular land. It's primal, not arcane.
Well, some parts of it is primal. Very few, like, primal casters are allowed at the college, but it's very weird because most of it is arcane-based magic. And most primal casters don't know they're using primal casting means. They're just
That's
like, I can do
completely
magic. So, anyways, as you begin to walk in, I will say, Soup, your character does realize that Alcine does use primal magic too, seeing as how he was casting his spells earlier. But anyways, as you continue to walk through into the tower, you guys enter into this tower and you see a staircase that leads upward. Actually, technically that would lead, yeah, a staircase that leads upwards. You walk in and you see this almost watery kind of glass floor of an emerald color, and looking down, it reflects the staircase upwards, but in a different reflective way. You see there is nothing in this tower except a single desk in the center, almost like a not an intern but a secretary's desk, and you can see on the desk itself, well, the desk entering into the tower from this area seems to raise up in the back about 10 feet on the curve, about halfway. If you would come into the other room from a different angle, like the opposite side of the room, you would just see a wall, basically, and upon that wall is scrolls and books that seem to just be placed inside. Actually, that is a different room for that desk. My bad. It's just a desk with a bell. My bad. Because I'm thinking of a different room. It is a desk with a bell inside of the room I originally described.
I take the bell.
Okay,
I
so
simply
you guys
press
walk
the
up
bell
to the
instead of
desk, and the
taking it.
kitsune just takes the bell, looks at it, and puts it in their pocket.
Put
I
that
would advise
back.
against that.
We could use it to see if somebody else is here. Are you retarded? Oh my
She
goodness,
just
based on
shrugs.
your performance back there, you clearly were.
I believe we may have more pressing matters at the time.
Don't say all sign. You know that bell is the thing that's supposed to summon the secretary for this tower.
Invert, I believe it would be a better idea to use the bell as it's the bell to call the secretary's attention.
Invert sighs before just pulling it out and placing it back.
Alright.
I'm gonna then ring the bell.
Ding! Hold up, do we have a bell sound here? Does
Sorry,
anybody have a soundboard with the Taco Bell dung sound on it?
Hold on, I have an actual bell.
Unfortunately, I'm poor, therefore I
this is the sound that the
cannot
bell
have
makes.
nitro.
No, I think it's more of a... Or maybe it's
or maybe it's.
I would
There's
laugh
maybe
if Zeus just joined the call now from that.
Alright,
I didn't hear the Zeus one.
found it.
Okay. You ring the bell.
Yep.
I didn't
Yes.
hear it, but yeah, anyways.
I mean, I heard something, but it
Yeah,
didn't sound like a
I
bell.
heard anyway, so as the
It may
bell...
sound like wind.
As you ring the tip of the bell, you watch as these magical runes appear on the bell, and you feel this swirling wind appear as you see this lady appear. It looks like she's nude, but there's no details to the parts of those areas. She seems to be made of this emerald green energy, and she just seems to stand there with hair floating behind her. As she appears, she looks towards you all, and you hear it in not your minds, but it's almost like a whisper on the wind hitting your ears as you don't see her mouth move. How may I help you today?
Well, we actually have a few questions, the most pressing of which is if you know where we might be able to find information on spells or rituals that might open portals to the lower realm.
That would be in the library. As she looks down at the ground towards the staircase that seems to be reflected.
So, down the reflected staircase? Or. I'm not entirely sure what you're implying.
Yes.
Alright. If I may ask another question, as I'm gonna hold up the book. Do you by chance know how to open this book?
I would recommend handing me that book at the moment, as it is... Actually, hold up. I'm gonna see if she knows this book. Yeah, she does. Where did you find that book?
In an abandoned classroom.
I would recommend turning it in right now to me, as having your hands on it is against the law.
I see.
She holds her hand out.
Unfortunately, as of right now, we have more pressing matters.
Roll me a diplomacy check.
I'm good at this. She is within range of
I'm
smelling me, unless she cannot smell.
She is literally made of wind, man. She smells.
Excellent.
She
I get a
I'm
plus
gonna
is
one
say
the
your
smell.
bonus is doubled here.
Oh, hell yes. It's a plus 17 then. Let's go.
Wait, how is
17's
it a
a
plus
time now.
17?
I'll
Yeah.
give you guidance. I'll give you guidance.
Okay, so that's plus 18.
Well, it can be plus 17 because it's doubling the bonus,
Yeah.
and prime numbers don't apply to addition.
Yeah. So plus 18 at the moment.
Oh, yeah.
Is anyone else going to cast something before I roll this?
No.
Okay.
I am pure melee.
Phoenix.
You see, you use diplomacy.
I
correctly.
would cast Inspire Courage, but that's extremely obvious, so...
Yeah, V, you use diplomacy correctly. You all use it. Whenever I play this with Big Shot, he just uses it as a Riz check.
That's just big shot.
Yeah.
Big shot. No. My diplomacy is for convincing.
Me,
Don't get me wrong.
whenever
She is bombing mommy. She
Me-
wouldn't mind.
whenever Big Shot calls the diplomacy check a Riz check.
Oh no. This can't be.
Anyways, could you go ahead and roll?
37.
37. true. Well then, what are your other questions?
Does anyone else have a question for her?
It's at this point that you guys feel another pulse from the tree. Everyone roll me a will save.
Oh, hey,
Ah,
I
shit.
have better will saves.
Well,
Oh.
yes.
Yeah, I'm okay. I would hope so.
I mean,
Fuck.
as a
Oh,
wizard,
no, that's not a good
as
thing.
a
Oh,
wizard,
only
my will
20.
save bonus is actually higher than my other two. So,
I got
Yeah.
a 16.
Okay.
Oh, geez.
I am using Prophecy's Pawn.
Okay.
Oh, wait, I use a hero point.
Uh,
I forgot I have those.
so I want you all to be aware. Most of you need to roll a natural 20 for this.
Shit. That's only a 14. Last time was a 13.
Okay, I got a total of 30.
Okay.
You know, I'm running low on hero points, so.
I'm just going to.
Yeah, I'm
So
gonna
how
say
many
nah.
do I have actually? I have 3.
I'm not going to play the game of gambling today,
Yeah,
so.
I'm not going to either.
Soup.
I'll accept the 31.
What did you roll, Soup?
I got, if I remember correctly, a. Sorry, I'm sending a message to
32.
someone else. 32.
Alright, never mind. You all feel that wave hit you.
Wait, even
Nothing
Ruby
happened.
succeeds with their 14?
No, no one succeeded.
Oh, fuck.
Ah, cool.
Holy shit.
I mean,
So-
this was cast by an archmage, so that's understandable.
No, this
No.
wasn't cast by
This
an
was another
archmage. This
pulse
is
from a
cast
tree.
by a tree.
Yeah.
Oh, the tree.
Mhm.
That still makes sense.
Yeah, out of character DC was 50.
Yeah.
50.
Yeah,
Anyways,
there's no way I was going to get that
as I
without a
said,
net 20.
Yeah, nat 20s for most of you.
Yeah.
Even Soup would technically need a nat 20 there.
Yeah.
But anyways, as you all feel this strange sensation pass over you, you can continue your conversation.
I would know the secretary's name, right?
She doesn't have one. I will say you
Yes,
know
I'll
that
just
she
ask.
is a wind spirit.
I guess in that case, what would be the appropriate name for her? I guess we're just referring to as the secretary.
You
I
just-
apologize.
You would just refer to her as a female individual. So you would say ma'am, miss, Mrs.,
Yeah.
whatever you want to say.
Yeah.
Wait.
So you just go,
Female wind spirits
Mrs.
aren't
Spirit.
those sylphs?
Technically, but there are multiple fire spirits, wind spirits, and earth spirits in.
Yeah, there's
Pathfinder.
multiple
Yeah.
types. Sylph
But
is
they are.
just the most
It
common.
is a sylph, technically.
Alright. So let's
Yep.
go. Miss, may I inquire as to where the headmaster and the other high-ranking members of the academy are at the moment?
Most of the high-ranking members of the academy are busy performing a ritual for the upcoming solstice, the zenith of creation.
Hmm.
He has sent a
Okay.
few of the lower high rankings to, deal with the powers to be outside of our walls. Specifically, Radon. And,
Radon.
Elsine, you were kind of in a catatonic state, but Radon is a mage who is known for his rays of light and energy kind of spells. No one else really knows how to use them properly, so he doesn't really teach them. He is a very powerful mage. Out of character, the guy who shot that ray of energy that just wiped out like 50 enemies, that was him. Anyways.
Alright.
Taste the sun.
Alright, at least we know where they are now. Well, I believe we should be at the library post-haste.
Indeed.
Unless you have any other questions.
The short stack tits and Dami Mommy, aka my character, does not. Oh god, why did I say that?
Agreed. Why did you say that? Anyways.
You see, I normally leave it as implied.
She looks
Yeah.
towards your group and goes, "If there are no more questions, I will be returning to my duties. Tell the librarian I said hi, Elsine." And
Of
she
course.
disappears. The bells, the bell which was covered in these like archonic patterns, they all disappear. Now, if you wanted to, you could take the bell, Ruby.
Yeah.
I am going to turn to Alden. All right. Now, I'm quite well aware that the knowledge is forbidden, but unfortunately, I am quite curious. Are you by chance able to open this?
Is it not a book? I'm fairly certain
It
anyone
is.
who knows what it is could open it.
It is sealed by magic. Or at least what I would assume to be magic, given that I cannot open it.
I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. As soon as you cast Detect Magic, you are almost blinded. The book is necromantic, however, it has been sealed by divine magic.
Oh,
And just looking at this, it almost feels as if it has been abjured by abjuration magic to make it so anybody who attempts to identify or discern the magics that block it from being opened or accessed. In fact, you do take damage from it. You take 4 points of psychic damage, as you get the feeling that the abjurations on it are meant to be so you cannot discern how to open it. If you would like to continue to try and press further, I will give you an Arcana check with advantage, or with fortune due to the detect magic. However, you're most likely going to take more psychic damage.
Alright. It's a tome of necromancy. And it seems to have been sealed by a combination of abjuration and divine spells.
I see.
Additionally, I could attempt to open it, but doing so would likely put my own health at risk.
I see. So
In
there is
fact,
not a
I
chance that I will be able to
think I got a migraine just determining what it has.
So what happened was, like, you got migraine, but it was so fast. You know when you like rub two like balloons or rubber pieces together, it makes that sound. It
Yes.
kind of feels like your brain like twists over itself a bit, and it makes that sound in your head.
Damn, that's actually an accurate description of a migraine.
Yes, it is.
I know, that happens frequently.
I know, but it's just rare for someone to actually give an accurate description. Alright, so I will turn it in later then. After all, if I cannot open it, then what is the point?
I never said it was impossible to open. It's simply that doing so would likely put the one who opened it at risk.
If you would like to make me a just a general society check, Soup, there is a mark of the divine magic that would give you maybe an idea of who sealed the book. If you would like to make that, it won't deal any damage to you. You're just seeing the mark.
Okay, I can't use biographical eye for that because it's not a person. But society. I've got pretty good society.
Yeah, as they're doing this, I'm just going to pocket the bell.
Make me a thievery check, as I said.
No.
Okay, I did not hear that. Hold on.
36.
36.
That is 29.
Alright. So, as Ruby pockets the bell without anyone really noticing, you immediately recognize the symbol, Mr. Soupcan. You haven't met them or anything, but you recognize it as the Miraket household, which is the household of the current king of Tyrellian, which who is known as the, let's see here, I believe he is known as, the Holy King.
Hang on. If I recall, that's the seal of the Holy King.
It is, by the way, the king of Tyrellian, because none of you have asked, is Roran Merakit. His deceased wife is Sashara Leodel Merakit, and her children are of the Leodel bloodline as well as the Merakit bloodline. Anyways, continue.
I believe that's the seal of the Holy King. Though I can't say I've met him. Nah, I definitely haven't met him. But if you really wish to open this book, you would probably have to find the royal family.
Well, then I'm definitely not going to try.
And even if we
They are the
did
ones
keep it, it
who
would probably
can-
be best to leave it to the least magical of the party.
They are the ones who banned it in the first place, and I do not trust you.
That
You
is
tried to
I am a
steal
kitsune. I am
normal
inherently
bell.
divine.
You tried to steal what you at that point knew to be a normal bell. As I'm going to point to the bell, I'm guessing I noticed that it's no longer there.
Yes.
Oh, the bell twice! Why would I trust you with a banned book?
Hmm.
Well, who knows? Maybe that one spirit who's the secretary might be able to help with the book if we ever come into a hard battle.
I
Well, it's
sincerely
illegal,
doubt
so
it.
she's like, well, she is convinced. We did manage to convince her, or Petra managed to convince her to allow us to keep it for now.
Yes, but I sincerely doubt that I could manage to do much more than that.
Yes, I think I could. Well, I think Arden's probably the best one with a chance of opening it. The only reason he isn't doing so now is because it's supposedly dangerous to open said book.
It is
How
far more than simply dangerous.
how about this? I will give you the book, Kitsune, and you will attempt to open it. If you succeed or fail, I get the book back. But I will give you a chance to try and open it. If you do not give it back, I will simply burn you to death.
I am going to back away at this statement.
That sounds fair.
Elson's just
So-
gonna look down the stairs to
Invert
see
would
what's down there
reply.
from here.
It is a reflection of the tower. You recognize this L sign as individuals are able to access it, but very rarely. And on this occasion, you're not sure if you're going to be able to access the reflective area.
I'm gonna try to figure out a way to get down to the
There
library.
are other ways to get to the library, but this is probably the quickest. It leads almost directly to it. You can go to one of the other closer towers and take a longer route, but it would take 30 minutes.
Yeah, so I guess thinking of that, I'm gonna go back over to Arden while this goes on.
Okay.
This is
all
the
about it.
other major caster in the party, the one that you said was the primal caster, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I just wanted to inform you that the quickest way to the library is a bit difficult to navigate. It's a sort of a reflection.
Yes, I can assume that. This is Tyrillium, where magic is almost as permeable to everything as it is in Durath. But if I recall, from the way that you cast spells, you wouldn't happen to be some kind of sorcerer, would you?
Yes, I do happen to be a sorcerer.
Did you go to this school?
Yes, I am a student at the school.
Now, if I recall, this school teaches magic using the theory of arcane, right?
Yes, that's correct. In fact, initially I was picked up from my family was of lower birth, and I was picked up because it was sensed that I had magical potential.
The mages.
All
yes.
I've personally done. At first, I did well with understanding the theories. I hit a roadblock, and recently I was able to understand that this roadblock was because of the nature of my magic.
Yes. I was about to inform you that if that wasn't the case. Yes, your magic is primal in nature.
Yes. This is good to know, but Arden, I think I just need your assistance with dealing with the reflection. I can tell you all I can about it, while these two, I look over to, Invert trying to rip the book open or open it.
Alright.
Yeah, because I've handed them the book by this
Invert,
point.
how are you trying to open the book?
Brute force.
I need an athletics check.
I was just going to assume that they're like, I have the I have the top covered in my teeth and the bottom covered in my hand, but just trying to.
Yeah. Roll me
All
an
right.
athletics check.
I assume I am going to need some sort of absurd roll.
Yeah,
Let me guess, a nat 20.
most likely.
Yeah, because of the rule that nat
Hold on,
20s
hold on.
have.
That just reminded me of a meme. Give me a second.
All right,
Uh,
come on.
in chat, please.
Oh. I was still just rolling it around in my hand.
He's trying to give himself good luck. That's what he's trying to do.
I'm just gonna keep rolling it around in my hand as I roll this. Yeah. Clap.
I mean,
Does that-
it is a 30.
Does
30?
that?
You rolled
Yeah.
a 30.
Roll a 30.
I don't know about
Roll a 30.
Prophecy spawn, misfortune. Fuck you.
I
Oh,
literally
God.
choked.
Now imagine if they get a higher roll.
Bro, 30 would
Guys,
have
you
been
used-
the DC, by the way.
You used the lower one, by the way.
Yeah.
No, you don't.
I begin to pry it, starting to pull the cover up before it slips and snaps closed with a thud.
By the way, remember that conversation me and Ruby just had where they were like, "Hey, it's a high roll, isn't it?" I'm like, "Most likely." This is the exact scene that just went through my head. By the way, if you want to look in the channel.
Wow,
speak.
hold on.
Oh, yeah, that scene.
Just for anybody watching, it's the Emperor's New Groove where they're like, there's a waterfall.
It's the
behind us,
waterfall
aren't we?
scene. It's the waterfall scene.
Yeah. The basically waterfall behind us, right? Yeah,
Yep. Sharp rock to the bottom?
most likely.
Bring it on.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
That
in
is
my head.
essentially what happened.
So, Ruby,
They
as
actually all did see.
you begin to open the book, you're like, oh, it's opening, and everyone sees this bright black light starting to shoot out, and these spirits starting to fly out of it as everything starts to grow cold and icy around you. And then, Ruby, you suddenly, as you're trying
My
to
finger
pull it,
slips.
you're pulling it open with one hand, and like the other hand is with your teeth, and you slip, and the book just closes on itself.
Does it close on her fingers?
Yes. Ruby, roll me a fortitude
Oh
save.
no, I just. Huh?
Roll me a fortitude save.
Okay, I'm good at these. I nearly did that and. I nearly did that and speak.
Yes, and
Ah! No! What is with my luck? I rarely, if ever, rolled above a dang 10.
Ruby, as your hand is stuck in the book, you're trying to pull it out. Your hand that is not made of the magical net and water shit. As you're like, and you start to feel your life force being drained from your fingers. You do suffer in the first turn. 24 points of negative energy damage.
24, okay?
I see now what you mean by it's dangerous for
Her
someone to
fingers are
attempt to
still
open
stuck in
it.
it, and you can see her arm is starting to decay very fast.
I
Dang.
frantically
Probably help.
start.
By the way, it's only the three center fingers of her left hand, I believe it is.
I'm going to try prying it open again.
Okay.
Like
Make me-
this.
I would like to actually assist because as much as I do not trust the kitsune, I also
I'll
don't need the
cast guidance
dread.
as well.
Okay. So
This is a separate check, and if you
Yeah.
succeed on the check, you get
I
a
will
plus
say,
one.
okay, before you roll, Ruby, V, roll me an athletics check.
Oh, fuck. I just realized I don't think I'm good at that.
It's a lower DC for you because you're assisting.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Athletics, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am bad at those.
I'm just gonna pull out a short sword and try
Yeah,
slide.
my help is probably detrimental.
Yes. So, Ruby,
hmm
go ahead and make your check and -1 to it.
Well, I will
Alright.
note I'm using guidance, so
Ah,
that kind
cool.
of evens it back out.
Counters it out. Okay,
Yep.
it's normal.
Cool.
Prophecy spawn.
Okay.
Ah! Ooh, 32!
Okay. Just so you're aware, 32 is a success. Just barely. because your fingers are stuck in it, you manage to pull your fingers out, and you look down, and your fingers are just like almost gray, like a dead tree.
Well, that is.
They still move, and blood starts to flow back into them, but you get the feeling the longer your fingers were in that book, the more damage you were gonna take.
Elson's gonna go look over at the book now that it's open.
It's not open.
Oh.
Oh, I meant to pry it open. That's what I
No.
said I was going to do with it.
Okay, then
You-
they
you
would've
pried
failed.
it?
I thought you were just pulling your fingers out. Okay, then never mind. You fail. So, as your fingers are stuck in the book, you try to pry it open. You can't get the leverage with your other hand as you have the Goron over there trying to help you, but you can see the Goron is like, some of the leaves are starting to decay on the Goron's arm as they're touching this book. And you can see spiritual energy starting to fly out of the small parts of pages that are still opened from your fingers being put into there. What?
I'm gonna
At this
be a
point, the
little
room is
quieter
getting
for a bit.
cold, and the energy is starting to emanate further and further. You all feel the sickening energy hitting you. What are you doing?
I am actually going to stop helping because clearly this is not working.
Mhm.
I thought they were going to pull their fingers out. They
Yeah,
did not.
That's what I thought too.
All right.
I'm also going to be a little quieter for a bit because I am getting food now.
No problem.
My brain decided to come up with the dumbass idea of like adding more magic to the situation.
Do it.
No,
Do it.
do
Do
it.
it.
Do it.
All right. I'm gonna do something right
As
back.
as I failed to pry the book open, now I'm going to try and remove my fingers.
It's gonna be even
Okay.
harder now.
So
Yeah.
Well, hold up, Ruby.
I'm gonna
Because
go.
It has been another turn, Ruby. Sorry, give me 1 second. You take 17 more points of negative energy damage. What are you? Before you roll, Ruby, what are you doing, Phoenix?
I'm going to cast Mage Hand and try to help using that. What
Okay.
could go wrong?
The tome is bulk 3. So
Holy, that's a big book.
make me an athletics check with your mage hand.
I mean, this is probably this continent's version of the Necronomicon, so it's probably realistic to think that it's a very big book.
Well, then I wouldn't. What would happen if I? No, I can't do
Why
that
is
either.
he
That
made-
would be
what's
funny
made-
though.
What is the strength stat of a mage hand?
It doesn't have a strength stat, but it can lift up to a certain amount of bulk within a 30 to 60 foot range, depending on how high you heighten the spell, because it's a cantrip.
So
How high did you cast it?
You can cast it. Well,
No,
it
I'm asking.
it heightens automatically. It's a cantrip. It heightens automatically
Oh.
to the same level as your highest level spell slot, and at certain levels, it
Which
will
is
gain
half
new
your
effects.
level.
Yes, it's half your level rounded
So,
down, or rounded up.
bulk 3 then,
Round it down.
or bulk 2?
The highest that it can get to is bulk 2, which is what I was casting it at.
Okay.
But for them, I think it's bulk 1 because it's not
Yeah.
as high of a casting.
All right, Phoenix, you can roll an athletics check using your mage hand instead if you want. Because you're not trying to pick up the book. What are you trying to do with it?
Try to just get it open so they can get their fingers out.
All right,
I would
roll-
also shout at them, "Get your fingers out!"
Actually, this is interesting because technically you are a divine creature, Ruby.
Yeah.
Roll me a d20 in chat.
No
and
modifiers.
Add. Actually, I was gonna say add your. Just roll me a diplomacy check instead.
Okay, hold on.
He's trying to
Uh,
talk to the book.
No, this is just a contested diplomacy check against the Holy King.
Which I assume has a pretty high diplomacy against
Technically,
me.
this is against waning magic of his, so technically it is a disadvantage, which I rolled higher. But continue, go ahead.
Okay, so
Remember, he's
this is not going to
He's
be
not a
good.
player character, so he doesn't have high. Shit.
Bro, I should have just gone. It was a nat 1 for 5.
I will say you do have an advantage on this technically because you are present while he is not.
13. I
Okay.
fail. Don't I?
No, I'm not going to use Prophecy's Pawn here because you already failed. Yeah, you get the feeling that had you rolled high enough, the seal would have broken anyways. So, as you are sitting there, the mage hand attempting to lift the book up. If you want to make an athletics check for me, Phoenix.
I wonder.
Trying to open like one side of it so that they can hopefully get
Yeah,
their
I know.
fingers out.
It's
Yeah.
magically sealed, though. Remember.
Yeah, I know. 24.
24. Okay. Ruby, you have a +2 to this. If you would like to make an athletics check to probably pull your fingers out or try to pry the book open. Prying your
To pull
fingers
my
out is
fingers
easier. Prying your fingers out is easier.
Well, looks like I'm losing my hand.
Prophecy's
Or
Pawn.
dying.
Prophecy's Pawn. I'm gonna see if you get a nat 1.
Watch me get a natural 20.
Well, it's 19.
No, but it's
anyways.
higher.
Doesn't matter. You take the 19.
Mhm.
So, as this mage hand is starting to lift the book up a bit, you're like, okay, I can free my fingers, and you feel your arm is pulled in further to the book,
Ah, shit.
as if the book is attempting to consume you. You
Arden, I
immediately,
think we might need some assistance here.
you immediately suffer 22 points of negative energy damage. And if you noticed, the
And
damage
I'm
went
in the
up.
negatives.
Alright, you guys watch as Ruby's character is starting to get pulled into the book, and her arm is starting to disintegrate a bit as she's being pulled in, as it's starting to disintegrate up to her elbow at this point. Her arm is starting to flake apart. You get the feeling she's about to disintegrate if you guys don't do something.
Alright, in that case, Elsign's gonna do. I'm gonna cast Heal. Using all free
So-
actions.
As you go and cast the spell at her, I need you to make me a spellcasting check.
Alright, I'm gonna be doing.
Yeah,
this
I'm at negative 13 right
Yeah,
now.
I'm just at 2nd level, so spellcasting check would be with nature, presumably.
Yeah, maybe a nature check. Sure, we'll just do nature check.
Because I'm pretty sure that's how that would. I'm trying to remember how that works.
Oh, this is a necromantic spell, actually, right?
Yeah.
What would happen if
Are
I
you
tried
sure
to
you
shatter
want
it?
to use a necromantic spell on the creature who is being consumed by a necromantic book?
Let's just cut off the arm and
Considering
get done with it.
Well,
Just
considering
cut off the fingers.
well, considering heal
Well, you've been
is
pulled up
a
to
more
your, you've
positive
been pulled
one.
up into the book to your wrist.
Okay, so amputate the entire hand then.
Last thing, this is dealing like negative damage, and this is a positive healing thing. This is restoring the energy that's being taken.
Sure, it's still necromancy. It still affects the life force of a creature.
What would happen if I tried to shatter the book?
All right, so if I'm getting this
You can
right,
try.
even though healing spells restore
Well, you can both
your
you can
life
both
force.
try. It's just something else may happen than what you're expecting.
Actually, you said this book looks to be made of obsidian.
It's
Hold
an
on.
obsidian color. I said it has gemstone like pieces placed on it. Sure, yeah. So like the corner
Oh.
edges
Shadowy.
and the spine. Yes.
Shadowy
so yeah,
casts
it's
a
definitely
necromancy
gonna-
spell. I want to see if I merge with the book.
All right, so that would be a +9 for nature, if I'm correct. For the spellcasting check. Either that, or it's just my spellcasting modifier, but still, for that. All right, that's a 27.
Do you want to use a hero point?
That's a failure.
Yeah.
Really? All right.
Remember, to open the book, it was 30.
Yeah,
Oh,
then it
considering
became
there's literally
32, then 34.
Okay.
No, it's
I get it.
36.
The only way I could do that is getting a
Actually,
nat
technically,
20.
that's for the seal. This book itself. Give me 1 second to think here, because I was just using the same DC as the seal.
Yeah, because I'm casting a spell
Yeah,
at
and
someone who
it's
is.
contested against this creature technically, but it's not casting; it's a natural contestation. I would say actually that's a success. So as you cast the heal spell onto the kitsune, go ahead and roll.
Just making sure I'm getting that. Alright, so heightened, it increases by 8 extra healing version of action. That's increased by 8. Okay, so I'm using this 2 action version probably to specifically target them. Which
What would have
be
happened if you failed?
You don't want
Right.
to know.
Alright, I'm just gonna go downstairs.
If
I'm
I'm
gonna
getting this
be
right, that's how
listening.
much it is. Alright, that's how much this is. So it's 2d8 plus 16. I'm getting that right.
And are
That's
you continuously
25
cast
points.
it? Like, are you using all your actions to cast it?
I'm only using 2
Okay.
to specifically target them.
Okay. So you regain 12 HP technically because you're already at negative 13, Ruby. So,
I'm at negative 11. I'm at negative 1.
No. I mean, you regain 12 above.
Oh.
Because you gained 25 in total. I was just doing the math for you. So, as you start to fall down, you guys watch as Ruby's character starts to fall to the ground. Her hand is still staying up as the book is floating in the air now. And then she grabs herself in midair and starts to stand back up. Ruby, as you stare at this book, you feel some strange connection. As you feel a pull, as if it's draining not only your life force, but the divine energy that's attached to it. Suddenly, everything goes dark for you. As you look around, you see the gigantic tree in the center of Tirok. And you see a battle taking place. You don't see the shackles around the tree anymore. A battle. You see the second prince. And you see familiar figures. Your party. You see a strange doorway almost. The tree splits a bit. Its wood splits open, and a creature steps out of the tree. One that you can't make any details of. He's backlit by this beautiful radiant light mixed with a swirling of purple light. And it completely overshadows his features. And then you come back to him. I will say, as you're coming back to, you see a tarot card flip into your face, and then you come back to technically. It is fate.
Oh, just.
Your hand is still stuck in the book. You guys feel a heavy wind is starting to pick up. I need everybody to make me a fortitude save. As you feel that heavy energy is starting to drain through your body now.
Yeah, after this, Goblin, I want to talk to you about something in private.
Okay, yeah.
God damn it! I got like 3 nat ones this session.
You got nat 1 for 27.
Alright, so 19, so that's...
I got 20.
34.
Okay.
27.
What save?
Fortitude.
Fortitude.
Ruby,
Okay.
Phoenix, you both, or Ruby and V, I guess it was, succeed. Whoever rolled the 34.
28.
Phoenix, that is a success. So, the three of you.
It was I who rolled the 34.
The three of you managed to succeed. The others feel a bit of your energy drain as you take 1 point of negative energy damage.
All right.
Ruby, make me an athletics check now with the +3 that you have.
So is it just Shadowy that takes the negative energy damage, or is it the three of us that didn't get 30?
Well, no.
Yeah.
You, Soup, and Shadowy do, because you rolled a natural 1.
Athletics check and an extra +3.
Mm-hmm.
I will.
Ooh, 35.
You manage just barely to pull your fingers out of the book. As you pull your entire hand out, you watch as a few bits of ink pour out, and the last little bits of the spiritual, like strange spirals that have been flying out of the book fly out. and the book closes as it drops to the ground with a heavy thud.
Well, I no longer need to talk to you in private. If my hand had stayed in, I definitely would have, but I no longer need to. I am keeping the book, though.
Do you not remember the threat that
Um,
was just laid upon you by Petra?
Yeah, really. I literally said I'm going to burn you to a crisp.
I
I'll be
mean,
back
I
in a moment.
was able to open it. Not much, but I was.
I
All
said
right.
either way. I specifically worded it that way for a reason.
You said if I opened it, I could keep it, but if I couldn't, you were
I
going
did
to burn
not
me to
say
it.
that.
No, he didn't.
Okay, so I actually decided to look up how spellcasting checks, and yeah, it's more of the relevant DC and less of the skill. These for counter.
So, yeah, as soon as your hand is out, V is going to take it before you can.
Okay.
Well, there goes that
All
plan.
right. That's enough. Clearly, we do not need to be messing with this book.
All right, Arden, would you mind helping me escort our friends to the library?
Well, how exactly would we get there? This seems to be some kind of portal that leads us there in the shortest route possible. Dispelling it would likely only cut that door off.
I will say,
Oh yeah, I'm not saying expel it. I'm just simply saying we might need assistance. trying to
Amen.
get through it.
Shadowy, you know that usually only high-ranking members of the college are allowed through this passageway. Though, if you speak to the secretary, there is a chance that usually she allows you to go through, but she has to make sure who's going through each time, and what you're doing down there, because it's more than just the library down there.
Yeah.
This tower is specifically meant for the higher-ranking members of the college, as well as
Well,
the higher-ranking students.
Arden,
Mhm.
I think I can think of one way we could get down there, and your assistance would mainly be that you're a powerful and I assume as renowned mage. At the very least, I might need some assistance convincing the secretary to allow you down there with me, as this tower is exclusively for high-ranking members of the college.
I see.
The
In that
secretary
case,
can allow us our passage, but we'll have to convince her of that.
let me speak to the secretary, which I assume was that spirit of whatever it was that was summoned with the bell.
Well, we will need the bell back from the kitsune.
Everyone turns to look at the kitsune.
The kitsune is like looking at their tarot cards.
Yep. Just
You gotta
completely
see,
ignoring them.
a bit of fire appear in Petra's hand. Let's put the bell back on the desk before I have to take it forcibly off of your person.
No, believe me, I don't think that'll be necessary. I'm fairly certain we can convince them that it should be put back. As I just start leafing through my pages.
Ruby.
By the way, I did not specify what kind of Dami Mommy. Yes, she can be the sexual kind, but not always.
Ruby, what are you and your character doing?
You have an 8-foot tall flower with a fire in her hand, and
And a man visibly flipping through his magical book.
I say,
From what we
think
know to be
fast as I toss the bell straight at the flower lady.
reflex save.
No, you catch it.
Thank you.
And
I'm
then I
going-
run into the reflection.
Probably quite literally, I'm guessing.
You jump on the floor and you just nothing happens.
Dang it.
I'm going to set the bell bit back on the desk and ring it again.
Okay, you ring it, and once again, the tall woman appears. I thought you
I would
had
like-
no more questions.
I will
Yes.
approach. I will
Okay.
approach the secretary.
Oh, hello there, mages. How may I help you?
I sincerely apologize for the group's discourtesy with our previous conversation, but we require some knowledge that is likely to be found within the tomes and spellbooks within this grand library. As I am not a member of this college, I humbly ask for permission to enter such a sanctum.
She looks at you for a second and she seems to almost tilt her head as if she's trying to listen. You've been granted permission. What's your character's name?
Arden Dosta.
Arden Dosta of Turam.
I will bow politely before making my way to the staircase, which I believe is the way in, right?
Yeah. At this point,
Okay.
she takes a small dog tag and throws it to you. That is your card for the Mages Guild here, or not the guild, sorry, the Mages College here. If you ever need to return, show that to me, and the reflection shall open.
I am guessing that we each need individual permission, or are we allowed to go with him?
If you're with his group, you're allowed.
Alright. However,
And that-
before you disappear, I am gonna hold out the book. I apologize for not returning this earlier.
Thank you. And she takes it and looks at it. All right. And she just flicks her hand and it disappears. Well then, goodbye. And she just vanishes.
Alright then, let's head on down.
Elstein seems a little disappointed, but I think he accepts that this is probably for the best.
We tried to open the book. The spirit has disappeared, right? Otherwise she wouldn't
Yes,
say
it's
that.
disappeared.
We tried.
Well,
Ruby, I assume
I
you
guess we
steal the
can
bell
see.
again?
No.
Okay.
all right. I guess we might as well. I guess we can try seeing what we can do about the book afterwards.
I believe that it is better left unfound.
I
Possibly.
have to agree. I should have gone for the vial.
It is
Yeah,
likely
from,
that such a thing would have been just as bad, if not worse.
I'll go over to Arden.
Yeah, I'm gonna head over as well.
Alright. Arden, do you lead
Mhm.
your group to the reflection?
I will indeed head towards the reflection. If they choose to follow, that's up to them. I will step through.
So, Ruby,
I will follow.
as everybody
Yes.
follows Arden, you take the first step onto the reflective stair, and as you do, everyone, your vision almost swirls around like when you put a camera in the pool and kind of flip it over. You appear on a staircase.
You
Leading
love
downwards.
this distortion stuff, don't you?
Yeah, leading downwards. You look up and you can see the reflection of the desk above you.
They certainly like to be flamboyant with their magic. I'll walk down the staircase.
Alright. As you,
Yeah, I want to follow.
as you all begin to walk down, there is this emerald-like color to the air. There seems to be dancing small little flickers of, or embers of emerald color as you continue down. Eventually, you get to the bottom of the staircase and you see a grandiose door in front of you, as well as multiple hallways springing off. On above the door is lined in a metal gold, and you see written in the gold at the top in Elven. Does anybody speak Elven?
I think so?
I'm pretty sure I do.
Damn it, no, I only know Sylvan.
I would be
I do.
shocked if I didn't take this.
I'm a performer. I'm pretty sure I legally have to in this world.
Yes, I speak Elven.
I know 8 languages, and Elven is not one of them.
Oh my god.
Why would you not get Elven?
Who speaks
I know
Elven?
Aquan, Aran, Celestial, Common, Draconic, Ignan, Sylvan, and Terran.
So I'm asking who speaks it. Who speaks Elven here?
I do.
Half elf.
Okay. So
Who speaks what?
Cass
Yeah, Elf.
and who?
I also speak Elven.
Cass, Shadowy, and Petra. Okay. It reads the Grand Bookkeep.
This should be the library.
Well, that would be what is implied, yes. Let's head inside and try to find what we're looking for.
This doorway is about 50 feet in front of you, and you can see multiple weapons that have been like slashed into the ground. You can see large claw marks upon the outside of the library. You can see blood stains and pieces of armor that have been broken off.
We should also be quite careful.
I'm going to draw my scythe and say, I concur with that statement.
I believe we should make this tour a stealthy one, more of a safari, if anything.
I have to agree. As I'm going to carefully and quietly head towards the door to open
The
it.
door is already ajar a bit. It's about
Ah.
a few inches open.
Finish
And
pushing
push
it
it
open
open
as well.
farther.
Alright. As you push it open just enough to peer in, you
Alright.
see. Go ahead, Phoenix.
I would run my hand across some of the armor and weapons and use Reed's
Read what?
psychometric resonance.
Is
Basically,
that
I
the same thing as
get-
like read door?
Psychometry.
Reed door.
I cast
Uh,
read door. The door says
No, I get a vision of an emotional event attached to it.
Okay.
The most recent one specifically.
So it's the same as read door. Okay. So, as this vision suddenly hits your head, you see a small army of individuals standing outside the library, all like poking at each other, a few elves and whatnot. And suddenly, you see a magic circle appear on the ground, and popping out of it, imps and a single devil that seems to be disguised, even in this vision, pop out and just massacre this small army. As they then head into the library, you see the devil is injured quite a bit as it begins to head in. All you can hear is the sound of tentacles hitting the ground, the stone ground.
Alright. So, everyone, before we go in here, there's some type of demon or devil inside that took out everything that was there. That's where all the weapons and armor came from.
So I just want to point out, everyone just watched Phoenix touch a bit of this armor, and then suddenly, like, sees up for a second, his eyes rolled back, and then he came back to in senses.
I am going to save my questions for later.
Post cognition, I assume.
Anyways.
So, your group now having been warned, would you like to stealthily enter into the library?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll cast invisibility on myself.
Yeah.
Good to know.
I am stealthing through.
Alright. Pull up the
This
stat
dice
page
has
I had.
betrayed me
Let me pull up the stat page I had because I can't fucking
to
find
the
it.
different dice.
Just remember that invisibility only lasts for 10 minutes instead of an hour
That's stupid.
at its base level. Upcasting it makes it greater invisibility, which means that it lasts for a minute, but you can still attack while invisible.
What was
Alright.
it called? It was called Glocky Locky Mommy or something like that?
It was the Glock.
The Glockios or something like that, right?
Yeah, there we go.
Blocky
Well,
mommy.
at least we have the. Yeah, we have that tentacle thing.
Unlike
here.
unlike every other fucking, for some reason, creature statistic page, it doesn't show me the actual creature, which is weird.
Yeah, I just remember the picture of this thing.
Yeah.
The picture of what thing? Trying to remember.
Give me a second.
That devil we were talking about, the handmade devil.
And well, yeah, I'm trying to figure out where the fuck it is, because now fucking Archives Nethys wants to fuck up and not fucking show me the creature.
Alright, I'll be back in a moment.
Now you keep saying that.
Because I was eating dinner.
Anyways, let's see here. There it is, found it. Anyways, so as you guys begin to enter into the library, you see this gigantic spiraling area of bookcases and ladders, destroyed a bit, tables scattered around the area, and a secretary's desk at the front. Blood stains the entire area of the secretary's desk. You can see large weapons and crossbow bolts that are placed everywhere. You can see what seems to be the dead bodies of a few imps, and you can see, you can hear the screams of an elven individual. The sound of a squishing in the distance.
Well, this is not
Continue, sorry.
looking good, to say the least. Well, sounding good.
I make a shushing motion.
I am saying it quietly.
So, as you've all now entered in, what are you doing?
Elsign's gonna just creep around and look for the books that we came here to search for.
It is a gigantic library. You're not even sure where to start looking.
I guess we
Head
could
up to the desk.
Okay?
Yeah, probably head up there.
You head up
Yeah.
to the desk.
Is there a bell?
There is.
Well, I was going to ask. I ring it.
No, I'm getting back. I'm getting back.
Yeah. God damn, why would you do that?
Fuck.
Good to know.
I made a mistake.
Okay,
Yes.
so yeah, as they ring the bell, Elsign's going. He's just
So,
out of there.
you guys watch the kitsune. As you guys are all stealthily, crouching into the place, walks up to the secretary desk, and just gang, gang, gang,
Crap, I
gang.
thought it was like the other one. As I use my Ring of the Chameleon to cast invisibility.
As Elsign dashes outside the door.
Yeah, he isn't saying anything. He wants to say something very vulgar, but you know he doesn't want to get attacked by a demon or a devil in this case. Sorry.
Phoenix, if you didn't hear, the kitsune walked up to the bell at the desk and rung it while you guys are trying to be stealthy.
I thought it was like the other one.
The other one made a noise.
I'm an idiot.
Yes.
Yes, yes, you are.
Fucking Greg a bell.
Great.
I'm gonna get
Lovely.
my ass out of it.
Genius.
Kitsune is trying to die. Why would you give him a more powerful character when he dies? That's why he wants to die, clearly.
No. Wait.
So, as the rest of the group starts to run, the two invisible people staying inside the area. What are you two invisible people doing?
Can I tell where the other invisible person is?
No.
Hmm.
He watches the
I'm
kitsune
going
just
to-
like rubs her ring and disappears.
I'm going to hide under the desk.
Phoenix, you're invisible as well, aren't you?
Nope.
Oh, I thought you had invisibility.
Do I have an invisibility?
In that case, since I'm invisible, I am for the
Nope.
most part unseen by whatever is in here, and I'm going to, as carefully as possible, search through the shelves for anything that may be interesting.
Okay. As you begin to search through the shelves, roll me a perception check.
Perception is right there. I have a very good bonus to that.
Meanwhile, I am just hiding under the secretary desk.
It's fine. As you begin to search through, you do eventually find two things that might be interesting. The first is a few files. A small magical tome that you start to search through that goes over certain areas of books and whatnot, and you do find something that the party may like to know about. Actually, technically, no. You would find. Let's see. Would they have? They would have. You do find that book that goes over the many different sections of the library. Open to the part that the party would want to find about
Okay.
rituals.
Does it specifically just say rituals, or does it break them down into what ritual is in
It
each
seems as a
section?
part of the library with a part of this section. There is a section of this part missing, and just looking through, it seems to be you could narrow down which section of that area of the library it would be. It is most likely large-scaled multi-magic cast rituals.
All right, so it's group chanting. That's what it is.
Yeah. More like multiple spells being cast at once. And it seems to be what the party seems to be looking for, but it is missing.
Group heightened invocation.
Like it had just recently been pulled out of the book.
All right.
You
That's
do
good to know.
seem to see what seems to be this mucus that seems to be layering parts of the book too.
So whatever ripped it out probably ripped it out with its teeth.
I'll say roll me just a general lore check.
General lore check. Okay.
Yeah.
I do have lore academia, so I
Yeah,
have
lore
a
academia
plus-
is what this would be.
All right.
It could also be nature if you wanted it to be, if that's higher.
No, my nature's not higher. My nature's just a plus 22. I'm not even trained in nature, but that's a 44.
44. It's not a mucus from the mouth. It's not spit. It seems to be a lubricating kind of mucus, which, as you're looking at it, doesn't seem humanoid. So it's definitely probably from one of these devils. And as you start to think that there are a few devils that have tentacles with this mucus on it. You could think of a few bearded devils, other devils similar to it.
Mhm.
As you start
I
to
guess-
read this, you also do find, as you flip through the book a little bit more, something you're looking for here. Mentions about history of great mages long ago, within the last few hundred years.
Mm-hmm. Seeing as someone has already defaced this book, I will keep in mind the section that is about group heightened invocations and chantings in mind. I will, if it's one page or like something very small, I'll try and very carefully remove from the book because the person I'm currently working for likely wants that.
Okay, do you mean the one that you are... Remember why you're here.
Yes, I know.
You are here because you're trying to recruit somebody, and they need you to find something for them here. That is why you're here. The invocation one is not in the book. You get the feeling that is the part that is missing.
Yeah, I know. That one I'm keeping in mind. I'm removing this page about the very powerful mages.
Okay. As you pull that and pocket it, you do see what seems to be an imp land and start to search the area. And after a minute of not seeing anything, flutters off.
And with that, I will make my very quiet exit.
Alright, you exit the library. Kitsune,
Mm-hmm.
are you spending 10 minutes under that desk?
No, just hiding to see if the devil will come before I get out and
I am
start
going.
looking.
I'm going to peek back inside since I ran out with Shadowy.
Okay. As you peek back inside, you do get bumped by somebody, as it seems somebody who's invisible bumps into you trying to leave.
I am going to move out of their way.
Alright, Arden. You leave the library. Are you leaving the group?
No, I'm not leaving the group right now because they may still need something. I'm still with the group. I'm just, invisible for the next several minutes.
Okay. At this point, the Kitsune does leave the area too, and as you guys reconvene outside of the library, 10 minutes has passed, your invisibilities drop.
All right then.
Invert, can you
It's-
explain the thought process of what you just did? I just need you to explain it to me.
Yes, that actually would be a very good question I would like you to answer.
Well, seeing as we were going inside there and whoever cast that spell on the armor said there was probably something dangerous in
They're
there.
asking the Kitsune soup.
Oh, they're asking the Kitsune. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't thinking, that is.
I guess that's a fair answer. We should probably just get out of here.
Can we leave behind the Kitsune?
I think we might at least need something with a skull's thick as her. There might be a particularly sturdy door.
About the only reason I could think of. Are you sure? I could probably burn it down.
What if it's
think-
metal?
Metal can melt.
It would
An
take
absolute
much
does.
longer than what you'd need to break it down for.
We should probably
Considering
before
most of the
arguing any
doors
further.
we've run into so far have all been broken into already, are you sure we need you for that?
I will note that Alson's gonna try to move his way towards a hiding spot as the arguing continues, as he realizes it might not be a good idea to argue just outside the door. I do put a finger to my lips as I realize this.
We will discuss this later.
Yes,
Did anyone
I
manage to find
agree.
anything during the short time we were in there besides the bell?
Well, I have an idea as to what they were looking for in there.
All right. And what might that be?
Group chanting high-class invocations. Something that requires several dozen mages casting in unison multiple different spells that intertwine to cause a greater effect.
So the exact thing that we are looking.
Yes. The reason I figured this out is I found the ledger of the contents of the library, and I deduced through process of elimination, since that specific item was missing, that is what they are looking for.
Lovely.
Additionally,
But they already succeeded in their goal. Why do they need it again?
Likely to perform a different ritual.
yes, and I think I know what's in there, but I can't say for certain.
Either way, we need to make this quick. We need to be able to be back at the tree at some point.
Well, don't say I didn't warn you. Who's going first? Because I am more of a leader than a frontline fighter.
Alright,
Uh,
hear me out
okay,
here.
We head in.
Invert
While
would
you all are
say,
debating that, I am going to find what we need.
Wait, before you go,
I will stop as he says this.
so you mentioned the tree told you it was in danger, right?
Correct. We should probably head just right for the tree then.
What if they need this information to do a ritual with the tree?
In other words, if we get to the tree, we could potentially set up protective countermeasures.
unless they are already at the tree.
In which case, we will have to fight them, yes.
I mean, that sounds like a logical course of action. If that's where they're heading, that is likely where we'll find them. Seeing as the tree is a ley line that connects the entire continent together.
Then it would be wise of us to leave and head straight there. Are we all in agreement on this?
Yes.
I think
Yes.
should we get any of the
Yep.
higher level mages here
Soup,
to
I will
assist us in this
say-
matter?
You're a little
Absolutely.
You're a little bit off there, Soup. It's not the tree is not a ley line. The ley lines intersect with the tree and actually push into it. It's more like a lightning rod for the ley lines.
Yeah, I guess instead of a ley line, it's more of a conduit that brings it to the surface.
Yes.
All right. Seeing as we are in agreement to get there, let's see. Can we get there faster? I wonder. Where's that spell? There we go. All right. There are 5 of us in this group, right?
1, 2, 3, 4. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Schmuck, is it possible to teleport in and out of the library?
Remember what I said before? It's a very magical college. There's probably many wards against teleportation and other means of entering without permission.
What about
Would that be
exiting?
entering?
You can certainly try.
All right. Never mind then. I'm not teleporting out.
Uh,
Come on,
uh,
give it a try.
Arden just
Every
realizes-
time you say those exact words, I know for a fact that it's going to screw someone over.
Go on, Soup. End the campaign.
probably
here
the
and now.
kitsune with only one arm and one hand.
Range of 100 miles?
Yeah. And
What?
if you upcast it, it goes to 1,000 miles. Which is
I want to go all
which
the
is
way
how
over there.
this is how I assume my character got from Durath to
Tyrellian.
Well, Tyrellian and Durath are hundreds of thousands of miles apart, but yes.
Well, I probably would have teleported to a boat on the coast, and then once I got close enough, I would have teleported to
Hold
the
up.
island.
Yeah.
Hundreds of thousands of miles. Let me just check something.
That means this planet is very, very, very big.
Yeah.
It's bigger than the Earth.
Mind you, out of character, the rest of the planet is covered by the fog.
Ah, so this planet is the size of Jupiter.
Yeah,
Probably larger.
larger.
Wait, then how does it have Earth's gravity?
This is a
It's
magical
hollow.
fantasy world.
It doesn't have Earth's
Yeah,
gravity.
it doesn't have Earth's gravity because everything falls at the same rate.
Yeah, we just think it's Earth's gravity because our characters have lived there their entire goddamn lives.
Yeah, it's more that your characters have become used to the gravity than anything.
Yeah.
Yes, everything has evolved to properly withstand this.
Yeah.
My
We're literally
bones
the
are
Saiyans.
straight up solid. My
Can we-
bones are actually
Guys, let's stop
stones.
talking about the gravity and its implications in a fantasy world setting here. This is just like when I was playing with my friend and I made a world that was like thousands, like its atmosphere was thousands of miles up in the air, and I said, okay, you jump, and he's like, I cast Featherfall, you're gonna be falling for thousands of miles. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because Earth, and I'm like, I'm just done with this campaign.
Anyways, let's get out of here, as they say.
Would be ideal, yes.
So I'm sorry, I completely zoned out and went on iFunny. What are we doing here?
We are leaving the library and heading to the tree.
Goblin, how dare you speak the taboo?
Elsign
As
does
someone
actually.
on that app, you should know that one of the first rules is don't talk about that app.
So you're heading to
I
the
do have
tree?
one question.
Yes.
Would Elsign know about any teleportation circles?
There's definitely one within the college here, but it's usually held by highly esteemed. It's only usable by highly esteemed mages or in events.
So I'm just wondering, would Arden count as this, especially considering it's an emergency?
You don't know.
Don't
You do
work
know
for the
that
school.
the rest of the high-ranking mages of the college are busy doing their own ritual of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't work in the school. I just happen to be a visitor.
Yeah, so I guess that Elsign thinks
I mean,
it's
I
just
could
Brew.
probably bypass it, but that would be a supremely hard thing to do.
Yeah, so Elsign's thinking, yeah, I don't really have access to that, and I'm not sure if I can pry anyone else away from it, so yeah, I guess we're gonna have to walk ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I actually have a way to...
And I
Arden,
am
what kind
not
of flight
in...
spells do you have?
How many flight spells do I have?
Yeah, I think I have an idea if we...
I've only got one spell that allows me to fly. And it's called Fly.
I am not in good condition.
I mean, I am
to
capable
be
of
on the
flight
front
myself,
lines.
personally. I have a
do
spell
have
that
spells
allows
that
me
make
to
you
fly.
faster, though.
I
Or-
also have one, but in that case, I'm more thinking of summoning a creature to fly upon.
Oh, if that's the case, I have a spell that can summon a creature to fly upon, but it's mostly a combat spell.
I summon
Yes.
Flying Tortoise.
I mean,
I
sure.
summon Ancient Brass Dragon. Through sheer intimidation of reality.
Well, then again, with the... Actually, considering the
Are you actually
flight
going to
abilities
try
of
to
devils,
intimidate
it's probably better
reality?
we keep close to the ground.
No,
Never
I'm
mind.
not actually trying to
Oh,
do
that'd
that.
be funny. I'd
Thank you,
love to
Fro.
see what Goblin
I
does
can
for
try it if you want.
Actually, once
What
I think this
Goblin
through,
does.
I think there is one thing we should keep note of, that the devils are flying about, so flying through the air is going to make hiding from them rather difficult. So perhaps we should stay to the ground for now.
What if we had an
help.
entire parade flying at us?
As soon as you mention parade, you guys remember it's the middle of the technical festival. There should be a parade starting soon. Or something. You do know
Yeah,
those
that's
parade
true.
floats that are pushed through the city with magic. They start in the Western District. You guys are in the Northeastern.
Alright, so we're a bit too far away to take advantage of those right about now. Unless we want to go all around, but then again, we're kind of just want to get to the middle of the city where the tree is.
Yeah.
Correct.
Alright. So I don't know if we'll be able to. I guess if we get to where the. If we see the parade floats, we can take advantage of them when needed, but for now, it's just we can just head straight towards the tree.
Yes.
So, as you guys begin to ascend the staircase again, eventually leaving the central tower and beginning to find your way back into the city, probably through the cistern, and back up through the sewage system. We're not even going to go through that whole entire ordeal. You kill a few rats, a few devils that made their way in. You killed one of those large devils that fell down and nearly died. Eventually, you find yourself back where this all started, at the tree to the entrance of the near the entrance of the bridge that leads. Sorry, near the bridge that leads to the entrance of the Mages College. As you begin to step past it, you look back and you can see the college is almost quiet. There's no more.
That's a bad sign.
attacks.
Well, either they took care of everything, or we are about to face something immensely more powerful.
Always assume the worst.
You guys
Yeah, we should
watch
make more
as
I try not to.
out of the
If
central.
I always assumed the worst, I wouldn't get any fun.
You guys watch as out of the central tower, one of the walls breaks, and you see this creature of tentacles and large, this female devil, begins to fly through the air, booking it straight towards the center of the city, carrying a tome under her arms.
Ah, fuck.
You can see that as she's flying, the back tentacles are almost spinning like a wind turbine. As she flies over you, a bit of mucus hits the ground. And Arden, it's the same mucus.
Alright, can I identify the devil?
Looking at it, you immediately recognize it, yes. This is a very, one that has a bit of lore to it. It is a handmaiden devil. Very injured, mind you, but she seems to be directly flying towards the center of the city.
Huh.
Mind you, out of character, your invisibility would not have mattered. She has true seeing.
Yeah, I
Okay,
guess
I
if I
actually-
knew this in character, I would have sort of like, in that case, invisibility wouldn't have mattered. But
I
she's
actually
wounded.
found the
Wait,
image.
didn't V's character go in to get the book we were looking for?
No.
No.
No, you rung the bell and she left.
No, after that.
No.
I was stopped because, it would have been a bad freaking idea. Well, it seems they found what they were looking for, and now we might be screwed. Because somebody chose to ring the bell.
I'm going to assume I recognize this creature from the vision.
You do recognize the creature from the vision, yes. It is definitely the one from the library.
Look, it's the thing I saw in the vision.
That's a
gentlemen?
handmaiden.
Well, they did.
Like, the
well,
for the fact that we're probably going to die to her, she's actually not bad looking.
Roll me.
well, seeing as she has
everyone, roll
put
me
the
a
effort of.
perception check, please, before you continue.
Perception.
Okay,
Why
I'm
is
good
this
at that.
one I get a nat 20 on? 30.
Okay.
43.
Okay.
19.
20.
Okay.
Nat
So-
20 for 32.
All of you
23.
all of you seem to notice a branded mark on the center of her clothing that she's wearing there. That seems to be let's see, which one would it be? It seems to be of a lion's face. As soon as you see this, if you would all like to make me lore hells or society, you may do so.
Society it is.
Again?
We live in a society.
We live in a society.
There's a lot of 3s that I just rolled.
Wait a minute. Yeah, lore.
27.
Would be.
27 for society.
Actually, I'll do
I got a 20.
Dang, it's a 9.
22.
Okay. So did anybody get a natural 20?
Wait,
No.
no,
I
I was
wish.
looking at
No.
the wrong modifier. That's a total of 19.
All right, V, what'd you get? 27.
I got a 27.
All right, V, you are like, that's definitely a house from the hells, and you're trying to figure out what it is. It immediately comes to Soup, your character. That's the House of Pride, one of the archdevils of the hells.
God damn it! Why does it have to be the House of Pride?
The House of Pride is, one of the most powerful archdevils there is. Even, he is said to be as powerful as, not that. Hold on, I'm trying to think. It would be Wrath. Wrath is known to be one of the first devils created. Wrath, because most of the archdevils in lore, which you would know this because you got a fucking high ass roll, are said to be killed by other devils and then their names taken and become leader of the houses that they run. Wrath is the only one that is the pure devil that was originally created, and it is said the House of Pride's leader is almost as strong as him, if not stronger.
Well, at least it's Pride and not Wrath. Perhaps we can maybe reason with them.
Well,
what
I
direction are they
wouldn't hold
flying?
my breath.
They're flying towards the center of the city, which would be southwest of you.
Since we're by the tree, I have a
Well,
question.
you're not by the tree just yet. You're by a tree that is next to the bridge that leads to the college. The main tree of the city is far direction of you. It's the direction that she is flying.
We should probably head to the tree.
wait a minute. You can teleport, correct? Correct, Arden? And we're out of the college.
Yes, I can. However, how many people do you want me to bring with you?
I think there would just be this.
I am
many.
capable of speaking with the tree, if nothing else.
All right.
I
So
also
that's
can be somewhat persuasive.
all right.
And,
So all of us then.
I still require a great bit of healing before I am ready for combat again.
Everyone except for the kitsune.
I guess we all turn to the kitsune. Are you sure that you want to be left behind?
Oh no, I'm going with you. I'm just saying that my combat ability is greatly hindered by the phenotypes.
I still believe we should leave the kitsune
I
behind.
hand you a minor healing potion.
I down it.
It's 1d8 hit points.
Alright.
Just take
I
8.
still believe
Just
we should
take
leave
8.
behind.
Just take 8.
Good, because I rolled a 1.
Alright. So at this point, we're gonna be teleporting into
Rolled
the
a
boss
1.
fight.
That really was a minor healing potion.
Anyways, since we are out of the school, this means that I can teleport without restriction, right?
You could certainly try.
God damn it, Schmuck.
Just do it, damn it.
Well, it would have been over an hour, so at this point, you guys do feel another wave of energy hit you from the tree. I need everyone to roll me another will save.
Will save!
Wait, was it what I did last time, or was that something different?
I think that might be something different.
Yeah, when my hand was in the book
Why?
and it pulsed.
Why?
No.
I am
That was
not
the
taking
book
this.
pulsing.
I am spending a hero point.
Bro, how do you roll so many natural ones?
Why?
Roll!
I'll give you a hero point.
29! How many nat ones in a row was that?
That's only 2 nat ones in a row, but they're consecutive nat ones.
I'm re-rolling. I'm
I'm
using a hero
gonna let you
point.
re-roll for free, Soup. That is ridiculous.
If you
Yeah, I
roll
got
the-
29.
Okay, I rolled
Okay,
a
at least
28.
that's better.
Alright. At this
I'm
point,
I got a 23. I'm in danger.
Soup, Shadowy, everyone who rolled higher than a 25.
Yes! Victory!
I mean, I would have rolled higher than a 25, but nat 1 means I get 1
Well,
degree
no,
of success
you rolled a
worse.
39.
I know, but for the nat 1s, that would have still probably been a failure.
Yeah, but it was only one save, so.
Yeah, I know.
As you all three suddenly feel this pulse hit you, you watch as your friends who are talking to you, they almost start to move slower, as if their lips are, and then you shake out of it.
Okay.
Well, that was weird.
Very
probably
much so.
That was
Meanwhile,
probably
everybody who failed the save, you watch these guys as soon as the pulse ends, are just like, well, that was weird, like talking like gnomes, basically.
Talking Godspeed.
Yeah.
I guess we're under something similar to the effects of haste.
Not really, but it only lasts for a few seconds before it vanishes.
Understandable.
That was-
I will proceed to grab everyone in the group and try and teleport as close to the tree as I can see.
Okay.
Oh no.
Casting time is 10 minutes.
Is it 10 minutes?
Mm-hmm.
Teleport.
Did your character get here and just immediately go to the college, or did he go around the... I will say this. Has your character been around here for a while, or did he just immediately go to the college?
I think he's been around here for like
Okay.
a couple days.
Okay. So do you spend 10 minutes?
Would that be faster than running there? I would assume it probably is.
Oh yeah. It takes you about an hour to get to the center by foot.
All of them, we save 50 minutes. Yes, I spend the 10 minutes casting teleport.
Okay, how does your teleport bend space for you to get there? Describe your teleport for us.
The magic circle is somewhat complex, but it sort of just appears beneath each and every person individually that I am casting this on. I'm basically just having everyone touch me for this.
Okay.
And after the cast time of me just saying a lot of words in Celestial, because, you know, Celestial has to do with space in some capacity, we kind of just shoot up into the air and then arc over to our location in a beam of light.
So, as you finish these celestial incants, that's what it looks like to you. Everyone else, everything goes dark,
Oh fuck.
and you see the white moon above you suddenly starts to swirl like a portal.
What in the fuck?
And you see this beam of moon hit you all as it pulls you up, and you feel like you're unable to move, and then as you blink, you're in front of the tree once again. As you stand in front of the tree, it's at this point you look around and you see the devil land next to the tree as it starts to flip through the book and looks up to all of you.
Well, hello there, Miss Handmaiden.
And that's where we're gonna end the session.
Ow.
God damn it, I was
Dang
gonna
it.
cast banishment.
Unless you want to change that, Phoenix and I do have extra time tonight.
Oh, you do? Okay, yeah, no, we don't end the
We
session
have
yet.
until 10:30, right, Phoenix?
And what time is it?
8:14.
Okay, yeah, we can go for another like 30 minutes or so if you want. We can do a combat. All right, so as
can do
she
combat.
screeches at you in this metallic screech, everybody, I will say, how do I want to roll initiative here? I will say everybody can, because this is a really fast thing, like everyone is ready for it. You can choose either perception or dexterity for this initiative.
Perception it is.
Perception.
Okay.
Perception time.
Why would we
Yep.
roll anything else?
Perception, because it's a
28.
+10. I thought you were gonna say perception or acrobatics, in all honesty.
Yeah, you can use acrobatics if you want.
Could
Yeah,
I
I'm
use
still-
athletics?
Oh,
Yeah, you can use
Right.
athletics. I mean, she can too.
Right. right, but I used perception. That's
Okay.
Yeah, I already used.
Fuck it.
That would be...
Yes!
Okay.
That is... Hold on. 19 plus 14, 29, 33.
Hit him with the prophet's
I-
pawn, my guy.
Yeah, prophecy.
No.
one.
Hold on, you already used it.
Did I?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I was being a dick.
Huh?
That's right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so give me a second.
Bruh.
So she
Why does my arm feel like leather?
Because you put it in a book.
No, my arm in
Okay.
real life.
So,
Because you put it in a
did
book.
anybody roll higher? Soup, what did you roll?
I got a 35.
Okay. Ruby, what did you roll?
33, one shy of a nat 20.
Okay. So did she, by the way. Phoenix,
Oh,
what did you roll?
28.
Okay, not bad, not bad. Okay. Shadowy, what'd you roll?
If
23.
Phoenix, what's your perception?
What?
I'm asking Phoenix what his perception is because I too rolled a 28.
Well, actually, you could roll acrobatics or athletics as well if you wanted to.
Well, whatever
My
you roll.
perception is also plus 14 because bards get perception upgrades really early.
Okay,
Alright,
so
I'm just gonna go back here and check
you
that.
go before I.
Yeah. So here's the initiative, by the way.
Alright, initiative is...
Rywin, handmade.
There we go. Ah, that's understandable.
She rolled a 19 plus 28.
You know, it's a shame.
I mean,
that
I have a
you-
28 too, but I rolled kind of badly.
Bruh, I just realized that there's one thing. You know, I without Archives of Nephis, I can't figure out where my animals are. I need that animal stat block.
If you're gonna summon shit, I'm gonna kill you.
Don't
It's
worry,
literally
I
one
only have
thing.
one summoning spell.
Anyways, so as Grywin lets out this cry towards you all, it almost sounds like. How do I explain it? It sounds like metal clashing against itself, but it almost comes out to this soothing lullaby kind of sound. It is now her turn. She's going to use her 3 actions. Okay. First action, she's about, I would say, 120 feet from you all. And she's going to look towards you all. And what can she do? Oh, what's this spell? That's not good if I say that, huh?
Ooh, what does this button do?
I wonder what this red button do.
For some reason, that's just immediately what I thought. Ooh, what does this button do?
How much is her movement speed here? Where would I see that here? Jeez, that's a lot of
A
fucking
lot of these things are 30-foot range.
Yeah, I know. So she's going to fly 35 feet, clamber on the ground 35 feet, 70 feet forward. So that's only one movement because I like to use multiple movements at once. So that means now she is about, I said 120,
50.
so yeah, 50.
She's 50 feet away now.
Fuck, she can't use that spell then. Never mind. 'Cause that's
She
the
can
third.
buff herself.
I know she can. Are you looking at her stat page?
No, I am not looking at her stat page. I'm just saying if she has spells that can buff herself, she could do that.
Actually, she doesn't even need to move. She could just do this instead.
She teleports.
Yeah, no, she's not going to move. I'm going to cancel that. What she's going to do is you see her suddenly pull out a little bit of her mucus off of her tendrils and starts to meld it together with a bit of dirt she pulls off the ground. As she does, she claps her hands together. And you guys see these inky black tentacles pop out of the ground as she casts black tentacles in your area. Make a ranged spell attack roll against the fortitude DC of each creature in the area. So, let's see. It's going to be against all of you. So, Soup, against you. Ranged spell attack would be... How the fuck do I see her ranged spell attack? Okay. 43.
40.
We're gonna die.
Yeah.
If I remember, DCs are normally whatever the check is plus 10.
Well,
Yeah.
so it's whatever
That-
your save is plus 10. Fortitude save plus 10.
Yeah, that would hit.
Okay, you guys watch as this spell appears underneath of him first, because it's going to appear underneath all of you, as this strange triangular rune appears on the ground instead, and it seems to glow with this infernal but divine magic, as it is a divine caster, technically. So then, against Phoenix, that's even higher. That is like a 47. Well, hold up. 47, yeah. So I'm gonna guess that definitely hits you.
Yeah, I don't.
If it rolled a 43 for me,
Crit.
that's a relic success. If it does the same for everyone else, that would just always be a crit success.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's like double crit.
Against Shadowy. Ooh, 38.
Yeah.
A 38.
This is a fortitude.
Okay, let's just...
This is your fortitude saves, by the way, just so you're aware.
Alright, so I have a plus
Oh,
13 to
right.
fortitude, so that would be a 23 DC.
Okay. So yeah, they're not going to be above 30, so it's still going to hit, but just remember. And then against UV. Ooh. 37.
Yeah, that's still crits.
Okay. I'm assuming
Yeah.
I crit the three of you, correct?
Yeah.
As these
Yep.
tentacles pop out of the ground and grab you. The three of you take 20 points of bludgeoning damage. And you are grabbed by the tentacles. Ruby, I forgot about you. Oh my god, 31, Ruby. What's your fortitude DC? Or fortitude save? DC.
22, so not a crit, luckily.
So you have a fortitude save of plus 12?
Yes.
Okay. So, as it hits you, you only suffer 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you are also grabbed.
Right, so they take 20, and against Ruby and myself, that was not a crit success. It was just a regular success.
Yeah.
So we each take
You
like
take
10?
You take 9 as well. It was
Okay,
9
I take
for
9.
the non-crits, yeah.
All right.
As you are grabbed, you feel these tentacles starting to grab, and it almost feels comforting in a weird way. This is a handmaiden. Or not a handmaiden. What's it fucking called? Yeah,
Handmaiden.
Yeah, you
As
called her
introduced
handmaid.
as I may be, this is less than ideal.
Yeah. It's not a hard, like, gonna kill you kind of squeeze. It's more of a, like, gentle squeeze, but it's still hard for mortal individuals who aren't deep devils. Anyways, as she grabs you all, she looks towards you. Does anybody speak, I believe it's Infernal, right? Languages.
Probably not.
Actually, no. She's going to... No, she would speak Infernal. Does anybody speak Infernal here?
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I'm sorry, but I don't know that language yet.
That ends her turn. Soup, as you are restrained by these tentacles, what are you doing?
All right, restrained. I have to look up what the restrained condition
Well,
does.
sorry, grabbed specifically.
Oh. Grabbed condition. Condition grabbed. You're held in place by another creature given the flat-footed and immobilized conditions. If you attempt a manipulate action while grabbed, you must succeed on a DC 5 flat check or it is lost.
You can attempt to escape the spell, by the way.
Yeah.
So we are considered
Down the toilet,
what
goblin.
conditions?
You
we
can
go,
roll athletics or acrobatics to escape, but it is counted as an attack for the purposes of multiple attack
You can
penalty.
also attack the tentacles directly if you have a weapon.
I have spells.
Yeah, you can also do that.
In that case, since she happens to be quite far away, I am going to try and break my tentacle using the melee option for produce flame.
Okay, go ahead and make an attack roll.
I have to succeed on a flat check first, though.
I don't give a shit about that. You don't really need to do that.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, so it does.
I have... It was this 1d20 plus my spell attack modifier. What? I don't want to open message. I want to open produce flame, just so I know exactly what it does.
A small ball of flame appears in the palm of your hand.
No. I know what it does now because I have it open now. I just kept pressing the wrong cantrip.
Okay, I only know this because that's actually
God damn
my
it, that's the wrong letter.
that's my bloodline spell.
Wait,
there
Gorns
we go.
give flame spell? They're earth, though.
What?
Huh?
Anyways, what'd you roll, Soup?
I got a
fire
37
spell.
on that.
Well, let's check. What is...
You want me to give you a...
You hit by...
point?
You hit one above their the AC of the tentacle, technically, because it's equal to the spell DC.
Alright. It does plus my spellcasting ability modifier, meaning that I deal how much extra damage? 6 extra damage, meaning that I can roll...
I will say this. I will allow the tentacle if you do more damage than, like, 2 tentacles held, I will say you hit multiple, okay?
That's
because you're
understandable.
all, like, right next to each other.
Yep. 24 fire damage.
24 fire damage? Okay. So, choose one of your allies.
Please. Everything I have is semantic.
Semantic? Don't you mean somatic?
I may.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tag. Shadowy.
Alright, Elsine, you watch as this explosion of fire just from his hand causes the tentacle to burst, and yours bursts as well as you both fall to the ground. You see new tentacles are starting to grow up out of this small area, and you get the feeling if you stay here for too long, it's going to grab you again.
Alright.
It's still my turn. I am going to stride, if that's possible, 30 feet to the left.
So I will say this: if you wanted to, you can move 20 feet back to get out of it and be closer to the tree, or you could go 20 feet forward to be close to her, or left or right. It's your choice.
20 feet?
Actually, 20 feet closer to the tree would put you off the island, because there's a small circle around the tree.
I figured as much. I will stride 30 feet towards you because I have a 30-foot move speed.
Okay. You move 30 feet forward, 30 feet out of the area as you watch more tentacles grow up and try to grab you as you leave, but they're not quick enough.
Alright, I will end my turn there.
Oh, you want quick enough? You gotta be faster
You
than
gotta be
that.
faster than that. At this point, it is now Ruby's turn. Ruby, as
Yep.
you're held by this tentacle, what are you trying to do, my friend?
I need literally a natural 20 to escape.
Good turn, by the way.
Don't worry, you get 3 chances to break out of this on your turn.
Wait, hold on. If I were to grow in size, would I lose those?
I would say
I
if you
should try
grow
to
in
find out.
size, the tentacle would lose its grab on you, but it would be able to grab you whenever it can next.
Alright, rage, giant stature, and 30 feet towards her.
Okay. You move out and you see the tentacles try to grab you again as you burst one of the tentacles just by growing. Anyway, so as you burst and start to charge towards her, that ends your turn. It is now Phoenix. You're being currently grabbed by these strange black ichory tentacles. What is it you wish to do?
Damn it, that doesn't run a flank. I've been trying to figure out what the hell I can do.
Yeah, because most of your stuff requires your hands too.
True.
Holy shit! I can still use semantic. You can still use semantic. The immobilized trait does not say you can't.
Semantic components.
They don't have the move trait.
Somatic components have the manipulate trait.
DC 5 flat check. That's fine.
Okay. I doubt that this is gonna do jack shit, but might as well try it.
Okay.
We're going.
I will mention that she is heavily injured, just so you're aware.
Wait, Soup, did you make a DC 5 flat check?
Schmeck kind of just ignored it for me for
Yeah, I
some
don't give a
reason.
shit. You guys don't need to make those flat checks.
Okay,
Excellent.
cool.
This is good.
So I'm just gonna use telekinetic projectile and hopefully try to do something.
To
Right, and-
the tentacle holding you?
Yes.
Okay, go
Oh, I
ahead.
know what I'm doing.
Wait, actually, can I just try to escape?
You can.
Yeah, there's
Why don't I do
an
that?
escape option for, I think, athletics and acrobatics.
It does cost you
Yeah.
one action to try, I believe.
Yes, it is.
And it counts as an attack.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So what do I need to roll for? Acrobatics or athletics?
Your choice.
Oh, my choice. Okay. I'm gonna use a hero point real quick here.
What'd you roll? I didn't see
Oh
what you rolled.
God.
Oh, you rolled.
I rolled a 2 at first.
Okay.
That's a 3. That's not much better.
Man, you guys just
Oh,
rolls
man.
today.
27. I guess I'll take that because I already just lost 2 of my hero points. Okay.
27. Alright, so as you attempt to break out, you feel like the tentacles are barely keeping you in.
Damn, I guess that wasn't enough.
Anyways, anything else? You have 2 more actions.
Good question.
You want to try again?
You missed that one. Try another.
Sure, try again.
Okay, go ahead and make another one.
Don't I take a penalty though?
I don't give a shit about that.
Yeah,
That's
you take
stupid.
a -5 penalty and then -10 for the third option.
Yeah, you
For
can
the
do that if you want.
third time.
Using a hero point.
What'd you
I don't
Katie?
want a nat 1.
Oh, no, you don't.
You just flat out die.
30?
30. Nope.
Bruv.
You try to wiggle out again, and they're just holding you there. DC is 36, man.
Let's
hell is that?
try again. We'll
You-
use a
you
hero
need a-
point again.
This
You
is
need a
problematic.
natural 20.
How the fuck are we supposed to do anything, dude?
We weren't supposed to do this bit yet.
Out of character, you're supposed to take her by surprise at the library.
I don't think this would have helped even then because
No, it
you know,
wouldn't.
you still would have gotten.
Okay, last hero point.
If all else fails, I have something I'm gonna ask Goblin if I can do when I need to.
How
still-
dead am I?
What'd you roll?
Nat 1.
Did you roll 2 nat 1s or something?
Yep.
In a row.
By the way, just so you're aware.
What?
What'd you say?
Where did you roll those? I don't see them.
He rolled them in the Path Builder app.
It's just
Ah.
easier than having to type it out every time.
So, you don't really take any damage from natural ones. The
That's-
spell is just
cool.
continuous, Yeah.
That's a CJ thing, remember?
Yeah. There's
Caught
certain things that
lacking.
happen with it, but. What the hell happened to the music, by the way? It's not playing anymore.
Yeah,
Good
Viber
question.
just shat itself.
I don't know about you guys, but I
Look
keep
out from
hearing the
copyright-free battle
Discord
music.
alert constantly. Okay, it seems
Yeah,
to
no,
stop
I do
now
too.
and again.
It seems to be trying to play the same song over and over again, which is weird. Like it.
Did
put
someone
it-
hit loop?
Oh.
I put loop, but it should have been playing. It shouldn't have been going dring 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 like it has been. Like it tried
Here.
to. It tried to loop the song 15 times in a row without playing the song. Is the problem?
Without success, yeah.
Here. Copyright free.
Hold on. What song did you just play?
Let's see, we got Aramid, Time to Save the World, Battle Ready, We Are Gods, Battle Weary, No Time to Lose.
Copyright free?
He just said that, yeah.
I didn't hear it. I'm sorry, because the music was at 150 because I couldn't hear it.
Wait, I'm reading. Blah, blah, blah. Damn it. Never mind.
Fucker broke my pickaxe.
Alright.
Thought it was.
So-
Sorry. I got
Phoenix.
this. Right.
Does that end your turn?
Yeah, it spent all my actions trying to escape, along with all my hero points.
It'd be like that sometimes. I was gonna end the session, man.
Oh, we're gonna die instead. It's fine.
Anyways. So.
Yeah.
Let me get some nice music on here for you guys while you die. So, as you attempt to break out and it does not work. At the end of your turn, you do suffer 2 points of bludgeoning damage.
Cool.
As the tentacle squeezes you a bit harder. V, it is your turn.
Okay. Well, I'm not going to try to struggle out of this. I'm going to try and cast my way out of this.
Okay.
I'm going to cast...
Magic missile.
I don't have Magic Missile.
I
This
cast
is literally
Meteor
meant to be a
Shower.
fire caster.
My brain just thought of an idea if I'm still in this predicament next turn.
My idea, if the party is about to die, which I think it is, and my character is still alive, but I'm not sure if Goblin will allow it.
Again, I know the only way we're getting out of this. There's one person who could actually fight this thing.
I am going to cast Elemental Toss.
Sure, go ahead.
Let's see. 20 plus 13. I am casting it specifically on the tentacle.
Alright, I'll say this. The tentacle specifically it comes out of the ground and has nowhere to move and out of the rune in the ground. So I will say make it with advantage. Or with fortune, I guess.
32.
32. What does the spell do?
I make a spell attack roll dealing 3d8 fire damage because my element is fire.
Okay.
On a success and double that damage on a critical success.
Okay. So, as you cast this spell down, let me see, is it 32 or 36? I'm trying to see here. I think it was 36, right? Let's check. As you cast the spell downwards, it seems to equal to the attack or the DC. The AC is equal to, yeah, okay. As you cast this flaming bit down, it seems to coat the tentacle, but it doesn't seem to fully hit it. Sorry, not coat. That was a bad word to use. It seems to barely hit the side of the tentacle, allow you to do half damage here.
Alright.
Just because you were so close.
3d8. So it's gonna be 8 damage.
8 damage? Alright, the tentacle, takes damage and it seems to squirm, and you swear you hear a sound come from it, but it is not destroyed. It is very damaged.
Alright. I really wanted to use the rest of my action. I was hoping that would get me free so I could cast Searing Light. But you know. Screw it. I don't need to be free in order to hit it. How far away from me is it?
120 feet.
Perfect. I'm going to aim
but
at the handmaid.
away.
Okay, and what are you doing?
I'm casting Searing Light.
Okay. I
So let's see.
don't know what that does.
I think does actually I have the with you.
It-
Searing.
There's a 28 hit.
Let's see. 28.
It deals fire damage, and if they are a fiend or undead, they take good damage as well.
No, it does not hit.
Damn it.
So
That's all my actions.
as you push your hand forward and this small gout of searing light of this flame suddenly pushes towards the handmaiden, you see her just like crook her head to the right side and it just goes past her neck.
Well, fuck. That was a
Anyways,
third level spell. God damn it.
does that end your turn?
Yeah.
Alright. It is now Shadowy.
Alright, so I've been freed from my tentacles.
You see your friends are having problems getting out of the tentacles while the other two ran forward.
Okay, so what I see is that Ardon Dan seems the only one powerful enough to really affect this creature.
Affected spells or the creature, yes, at the moment.
Okay, seeing that, I realize I can only do one thing. One, I'm going to use my first action to stride out 30 feet away from the black tentacles.
Okay, yeah,
And
you
with
can feel
that-
a few of them like wrapping around your feet trying to pull you, but you managed to pull out of them.
And then I'm going to cast Haste on Ardan.
Arden?
Oh.
Ardan, your only hope. Take it.
Huh. I mean, I was going to cast haste on everyone, but that's helpful.
I will mention this. Arden and everybody else, you do notice that there is this strange, like, feeling of molasses moving around here. It doesn't impede your speed, but as soon as the haste hits you, Arden, it's like everything is frozen around you almost.
Well,
Basically
that's
flash.
certainly powerful for the effect that only gives me an extra action to stride or strike.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, anything else on your turn?
Well, that's my whole thing. It was getting out of the way of black tentacles and giving Arden the buff.
Alright. At this point, Grywin looks at this situation. You can see heavy amounts of this just, pink blood is just pouring out of the wounds on her body. And she just looks around. Let's see what spells she has here.
It's Danganronpa blood.
Danganronpa.
She's going to move forward 35 feet to get within 55 feet of you, Arden, looking like she's charging at you. She then opens, she then puts her hand forward, and as she does, she gives a small bow before blinking out of existence for a second. She's casting a spell.
I wonder, she is casting a spell. Do I have anything for that? Let's see. I don't think I have
I will say
anything.
the
No.
spell is pretty familiar to you, because you've seen a few people use it.
Oh! I use my reaction. Recognize spell.
Okay, yeah. Do you have to roll for that, or no?
A creature within line of sight casts a spell that you don't have prepared or in your spell repertoire, or a trap or similar object casts a spell. If you're trained in the appropriate skill for the spell's tradition and it's a common spell of 2nd level or lower, however, as I am legendary in Arcana, this works for any kind of spell.
Okay.
I believe I make a
Any kind of spell in
Call-
any level specifically?
Generally it's for a spell that is of the tradition tied to the skill, but I do have Unified Theory, which means that I can replace any kind of check for nature, occultism, or religion with an Arcana check instead.
Okay, so go ahead and make me whatever check it is. Technically, this would be our occultism, but you could use whatever.
Yeah. Actually, if it's occultism, should I just roll with occultism? I do have proficiency in it.
Well,
Well, I think
it's also
Unified
arcane
Theory.
specifically, so you can use either.
All right,
Unified
Arcana
Theory
it
for
is. Arcana it is. 34.
Do you recognize the spell as Dimension Door?
Dimension Door. In that case, I would like to counterspell Dimension Door.
Okay, so do you have to roll for that now or no?
Oh wait, no, never mind. I can't do that. I already used my reaction.
Well, I mean, I'll allow it if you have to. I'll allow you to roll for it specifically.
It would be a counteract check to counterspell it. Yes.
Okay, then go ahead.
And because I have clever counterspell, do I have anything that would make sense?
I'm guessing it's against her spell save DC.
It would be against her spell save DC. Yes.
So 36.
Mhm.
You're the only one who can do this.
What's her actual AC?
36.
No.
Mhm.
To
Well, that
hit
makes
her with a melee attack?
Mind you, she's
Aye.
injured, so
Hey, 44.
44.
Yes.
As she goes to cast the spell and bows down, you see her like stare for a second, perplexed, and looks up, and just looks down to her hand and like, huh?
Can I describe this, because clever counterspell lets me do things that would not normally be possible with counterspell.
Sure.
as she attempts to teleport with counterspell, I recognize she's about to do so as I flip open a page to my book and just immediately cast Wall of Force surrounding her so that she can't teleport away.
So you cast a spell on her, basically?
Yes, I cast a spell to counteract her spell.
It doesn't actually take the effect of the spell, if I'm correct.
I'll
Yes,
allow it. I'll allow
For
it.
clever counterspell, when you use counterspell in this way, the prepared spell you expend must share a trait other than its tradition with the triggering spell. At the GM's discretion, you can instead use a spell that has an opposing trait or that otherwise logically would counter the triggering spell.
You can do whatever the fuck you want. I'll even allow the spell to take place, man.
Alright, so I just wall her in place.
I will say you still have to cast the spell, so you still have
I know, I am
expend.
expending the spell
Okay.
slot. I am expending the spell
So,
slot.
as the wall appears around her, let's see here. What other language does she know? She's going to speak in Common. This accursed tongue. Leave.
Oh, so you do speak Common. In that case, let me make this simple. Get the hell off this plane.
Get the hell out of my way. And that ends her turn.
Alright, this brings it to me, I assume?
Yep, and you have 4 actions.
Mm-hmm. I do indeed have 4 actions. Because I used Wall of Force to counteract her thing, I'm just gonna say that disappears just so that it doesn't really get in the way.
Fine.
She is, you said 35 feet away from me?
Technically, yes. No, 55, because that's how far.
55.
Yeah.
Alright.
She's getting just into the range of Dimension Dooring to the tree.
I mean, oh yeah, because she can't upcast it. I can upcast it.
Yeah. I will say, you immediately detect that her spells are more divine. Some of the spells she's been casting are divine spells.
Alright. Good to know, good to know, good to know. In that case, oh, that's within range. I want her to make a will save as I flip open to another page and I begin speaking in Celestial.
That's average, 38.
38. That fails because my DC is 40.
Fuck. By the way, she does speak Celestial, so what are you saying?
You are to no longer become real in this plane, for you are to become not existent.
Oh fuck, you're casting
As I am
banishment?
casting Undermine Reality. On a failure, they are quasi-real for a minute.
What the fuck does that even mean?
As long as she's quasi-real, her strikes deal half damage, she cannot critically succeed on any skill check, and creatures attempting saving throws against its spells and effects get a result 1 degree of success better than what they rolled.
Fuck!
Those says no.
Oh god. So
This is why I brought
essentially,
you in.
for
This is why I brought you in.
So
So
now she
essentially-
technically doesn't properly exist.
so
You guys see
essentially
her
for
body
10
suddenly
rounds.
shifts in and out of reality for a second, and it starts to turn to this iridescent kind of rainbowish color.
Mhm.
It seems to be
Since-
spectral in nature.
Since she rolled a 38 and my DC is 40, this is a regular fail, which means that it lasts for 1 minute, and at the end of her turn, she can attempt another will save, ending the spell on a success. If she had crit failed, this wouldn't have a duration. It would just be indefinite.
You would have made a big bad for one of the future campaigns, just so you know.
But yeah, unfortunately, this only lasts for a minute, and it goes away.
That ends her turn. That ends your turn. Sorry, right or no?
That is 2 actions. I
That's
have
only
2
two
more.
actions.
That's 2 actions. It's a
You
level 8
literally
spell.
fucked up reality. How was that 2 actions?
I fucked up reality for her specifically.
Well, it is worth knowing that this is a haste, so you can only use the hasted action to
Yes,
stride
I know,
or
for striding or striking.
Okay, so what are you doing with your
Alright.
third action?
For my third action, I'm going to cast Time Sense, which gives me a +1 on my next attack roll, skill check, or is skill check a saving throw as well? +1 status bonus to attack, perception check, saving throw, or skill check.
Time
That's-
sense or timed sense?
It is Time Sense.
Okay.
But that is for the same turn.
So
What
your
about True Strike?
your sense of time then seems a bit wonky right now. But anyways, continue.
Mhm.
Anything else on your turn? Stride?
I will. Yeah, I'm gonna end my turn there, just standing there.
Okay.
As I just caused her to turn into a ghost, I guess.
Yep.
It's at the end of her turn. So
I know.
The,
I'm just rolling a dice because I'm pissed.
Anyways, next person.
Ruby,
Yep.
you are at the same distance from this individual as this person was, as Arden was.
All
The
right.
individual
So.
is 55 feet from you.
I have to spend 2 actions to get to them.
That
Okay.
sounds like a you problem.
That means only 1 attack.
And the creature is injured heavily, but now those injuries technically are only quasi-real.
I
mean,
have a
everything
plus
about her
15
is quasi-real.
to attack.
What are you doing?
You
on
can
your
see the
turn?
problem?
What are you doing on your turn, Ruby?
You know what? Screw it.
You can walk up and attempt to hit her. If you get a crit, you will automatically hit.
Yeah, I need to crit to even hit. Cause
Isn't her AC reduced by your quasi-realism?
No, it simply means that any effects that emanate from them are also not considered very real. So for
Oh.
anyone that's still in the tentacles, they get 1 degree success better to break out of it.
Yeah. If they critically fail, they fail. If they fail, they succeed.
Yes.
Anyways. Ruby, what are you doing?
Hold on. Let's see. Because I did that last turn. Okay.
Just run up to her and hit her.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. 2 stride actions, and I am attacking.
Okay. Make your attack roll.
Oh wait, I only need to get. I need to get above 10 below her for a regular hit.
Hmm?
Right?
No.
Where's that?
If you roll an at 20, you have a plus 12 on the attack roll, right?
I have plus 15
That
to
means you
attack.
roll that means plus 30. That means a 35 at maximum. That would still fail, but on a crit, that would count as a success. Yes.
Well, I count it as a critical success.
All right. Yeah, go up and attack.
Alright, so let's see how this ends up. 3, 2, 1.
Eh.
Why? I hate myself.
What's your roll?
1 shy.
Alright, so
Fuck
as you
it,
go-
prophecy spawn.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Okay, that's on that 20.
Alright, yeah, so as you go to hit her, you guys watch as Invert goes to strike, and you watch an orange energy version of Invert's character hit the ground just in front of the individual, who steps back. This quasi-real individual watches this quasi-real before image hit the ground, just stares at it, and stares at Invert as Invert manages to stab directly into the chest armor. Go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, so since that is a crit, I double total damage. Okay.
Yeah. And I believe, which scythe are you using?
Grizzly Scythe.
Are you activating it?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead. And remember that,
All
that
right.
damage I double too.
Alright, so 2d12 plus 4 for the slashing alone. Plus 7, 19, 23, and then, since I triggered it, alright, yeah,
from me over here waiting for you guys to take your 10-minute turn.
Oh wait. Oh. So instead of inflicting slashing damage, I inflict negative damage. And regain a
Negative
number
damage?
of hit points.
Negative energy damage?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Just negative damage, not negative damage. Whatever.
And negative energy and
Oh,
negative are the
that's
same.
Yeah.
So it's
negative
not slashing damage then.
The effect replaces the slashing with negative.
Okay, so that's good because it would have taken 10 less damage to physical.
It's a magical weapon.
I know, it doesn't matter. It's resistant to pure physical.
Alright, I regain half of 23, and the creature struck becomes sickened 1. And critical specialization, I am moving it 5 feet, so that it's on my left.
Okay, so you dealt how much damage to it?
23.
Alright, so as you slash into this armor, you rip a bit of the...
Wait, I didn't double it, so it's 46.
Okay, so you slash into it and you feel a lot of blood spurt out from it, and it hits you, and it's this almost calming sensation that comes over you as this blood hits you and the smell enters into your nose, even in this rage, and you rip off a large chunk of the armor as you throw her to your left. Her AC is now officially reduced, because that's how this fight was going to go, mind you. Anyways, hello? Testing?
Yeah, hello.
Yep.
Okay.
We're
Yep.
alive.
And
Alright.
I heal 23 health.
Alright, and that ends your turn, right?
Yes. Why did I hear a duck?
Small block.
Sorry. Discord sound was so fun.
My turn? Yep.
Yep, it is now your turn, Phoenix. As you
Yep.
watch your friend just eviscerate the center the center portion of this creature's torso.
I wish we could how loud that sound is.
Ah, glorious. I'm still stuck in a tentacle. So,
There are some people who would pay for that. Anyways,
I'm going to disregard
is
that
not.
comment.
Invert
Ah.
is not one of them.
She's one of them.
I'm gonna disregard that comment and play my card in defense mode.
Alright, so I'm going to use Summon Instrument. I'm going to specifically summon a sousaphone to see if this will help me.
What the fuck is
A
a
what?
sousaphone? Also,
Oh, it's that instrument that kind of wraps around you that sticks up over your head. It's usually seen in marching bands.
Yeah.
Let me grab you a picture of one.
By the
Yeah.
way, I'll give you a +2 bonus for that because that's pretty funny. When you said I summon a sousaphone, I was like, I summon Pot of Greed.
I summon Pot of
Let
Greed!
me draw 2 additional cards from my deck.
Oh god, I just...
Is this enough to push the tentacle off of me?
It's enough to give
I
you that
just-
extra bonus.
It is extremely heavy, by the way.
Ah, wonderful. I
That's
guess
always
I'm just gonna stand here holding a sousaphone then,
posting
because it
image.
takes 3 actions to do that.
Actually, hold up. Let me see. I'm gonna roll. What is your Fortitude DC +4 extra? Oh well, Fortitude save. Yeah, DC. So is your Fortitude save +10 +4? What's that?
Wait,
Fortitude
Look at
save.
your fortitude save.
so just the modifier +10 +4.
Yes.
Okay. 25.
25. Okay, let me check this shit now. Look at this. I believe that's higher, right? Yeah, that's higher. So yeah, the tentacles are barely. Actually, technically, because it's 1 degree success higher, it would technically be.
The tentacles fail, yeah.
Yeah, it's tentacles failure technically. So the
Wait,
tentacle
hold
tries to
on.
hold on to you, and the brass metal seems to just slip off with the strange mucus as you manage to pull yourself out of the tentacles. I will say, roll me just a general acrobatics check to see if you can push yourself out of the range of the tentacles while you do this.
I just realized
Okay.
something.
You say athletics?
Acrobatics, sorry.
Acrobatics, okay.
Yeah.
27.
So, as all these, as this tentacle is just holding onto you, you summon the sousaphone. As you do, the tentacle almost loses complete contact of you, and you manage to flip out and start to slide down the tentacle as more come to shoot at you. You manage to duck and dodge out of the way, blowing your sousaphone, and you manage to roll onto the ground and stand up just outside of the spell's range.
I posted and speak what a sousaphone looks like, by the way.
Why is there an Indian
what-
man?
I grabbed this particular image to show you how it is held. That is how you hold it in order to
Yes.
play it.
Yes.
Uh,
I think you mean the sousaphone.
Yeah.
From Gravity Falls. Anyways, I realized something,
God
but
damn
it's
it.
too late to correct.
Good. Yeah, it's too late. Fuck you.
Cause that damage, because of the increase it by 1, it would have been a double critical.
I don't care. Fuck you.
I just play the Happy Wheels victory sound. Of just
So, as you manage to get out of the tentacles and end your turn, it is now whose turn? Shadow.
It is
Oh,
not.
V. Sorry, V. Your turn.
Fine. Fuck you. I'm going to try. I'm not going to use my last focus point on this. Fuck you. I'm going to use Scorching Ray.
Mhm.
Using that one extra spell slot I have from like last session, I think it was.
Yep. I just realized you could have used your reaction there on your attack, Ruby. Anyways,
bad.
Continue.
1d20 plus 13. Nat 20.
Okay, who are you attacking?
I'm attacking the tentacle.
Go ahead and roll damage. Oh, did you ever
That's
take
cool.
damage on the end of your turn for being in the tentacle still?
You didn't say that we were supposed to.
You are supposed to. I did it to Phoenix, I think. I just don't think I did it to you is the problem. I messed up, it's my fault. Continue.
Alright, so let's see, that is 2d6.
You know, I'm curious now. What the hell do 10th level spells do?
They are
they are
basically on the same
essentially-
level as Wish.
Yeah. They're essentially God Slayers.
6 damage. Well, 12 damage because it's double.
Okay. Yeah, the entire tentacle bursts as you manage to free yourself.
And now, let's try
Did you
this
ever-
again.
What'd you roll to hit on the tentacle?
I rolled a nat 20 for
Yeah,
33.
that's right. Sorry, my bad. Anyways, you free yourself, and now you're in the area of the tentacle still, but you haven't moved out of it. Continue.
I am going to... Yeah, I guess I might as well move in order not to be grabbed again.
Mm-hmm.
Move 25 feet towards the tree.
Okay.
And then I am going
You
to...
get to the edge of the circle that's around the tree that seems to drop off, following the tree's trunk down a few hundred miles.
My bad. Actually, before I do that, I'm actually going to use a second action to cast Scorching Ray. So technically it would have been 46 on the tentacle, but whatever. Doesn't matter.
Wish is literally a 10th level spell.
Oh my god.
Yep.
So I'm
All
going
of the
to
most
attack
powerful spells in D&D are considered 10th level spells in Pathfinder.
1d20 plus 13. I'll fire another glorious beam of energy. That's 22 to hit.
You guys too.
Well, all that's left is her.
Okay. How far is Scorching Ray? What's the range on it?
The range. Oh wait, that's right. How far away is she?
120 feet from where you originally were.
Let me double check because I have a thing that increases my range. Let me double check exactly. Damn it. Okay, I can't reach. Never mind. Not doing that.
Okay. So you walk towards the tree. You can't really get up to the tree at this point, but you can get about 50 feet from it or something like that. I think I originally said.
Yeah. So how much closer can I get to it?
You're at the
Actually,
edge of like the small, like 2-foot wall that seems to stop
Okay.
people from falling off the island.
Never mind. I'm actually gonna go towards her a little. My bad. Not away from her. I forgot how close the edge already was.
Yeah. All right. Damn
So,
it. There goes my plan.
I'm going to move about 10 feet towards her.
Okay. So you move out of the circle about 10 feet towards her, and that will end your turn.
No, because I have one more action.
Mm-hmm.
Healing Blast. Wait. Healing Blast requires actually that and then the action to heal, so I will.
Kick some rocks.
No. I'm gonna cast Heal. Let's see, what's the range I got on this?
It's a 30-foot emanation.
No, I only have one action left to cast it.
I think it's touch then.
Alright, so who's within 30 feet of me?
Not me.
Really, the only person within 30 feet of you would be Darren, as well as
30
the Strix.
yeah.
Who the fuck is Darren?
Arden, sorry, and Elsheim.
Okay, so basically anybody except for Ruby.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Heal with only semantic components. I can do this because it has a range of touch, and I have Reach spell, so it's actually 30 feet from me. To heal him for... I'm gonna cast this
Who you
at
doing
first
on?
level. Arden.
Arden, have you taken any damage?
I have taken damage from some stuff previously, but I have more than enough hit points to survive
Oh,
almost
actually,
everything.
Actually, that's a good point. We know him to be powerful, so I'll actually do it on the Strix.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't need healing right now. Plus, I am currently seen as the person who's trying to play hero.
Range of touch is 1d8 because I'm casting at first level. Love you, bro.
Sue,
Yes.
when I said you found the thing that mentioned the area in the library that the thing you were looking for was, you didn't find the thing. You found the thing that mentioned the area in the library, just so you're aware. So you don't have anything mentioning that shit, but anyways.
So, Phoenix, you regain 6 HP.
Man, it feels like everyone here is tired as fuck right now.
I'm
I'm
not.
fine.
Don't you roll for that?
I already did. That's why I said you regain 6.
Oh. What?
So you gain 6 hit points, and that will be my turn as... Unless I can ask the tree a question.
You'd always try. You'd make a diplomacy check really quickly, just a very quick question.
Alright. 20 plus
What are you trying to ask it?
15. Do you by chance have enough energy to help us yet again? It's a 31 for my diplomacy.
DC was fucking 30 to try and ask it a question because technically the spells that are affecting it are trying to block off any contact or connection with it, so.
Damn good thing I can speak flowering plant.
Anyways, so that ends your turn.
Yeah.
Is at this point, Shadowy, Elsheim, what are you doing?
Okay, how far away is Double Bitch from me?
About... You are 20 feet rather than 30, so you're about 10 feet behind him, so that would put you at 65 feet.
So I'm about 10 feet away from Arden, I assume. Okay. In that case, I know he's gonna be the next person. So, seeing as devil bitch has lost her armor and seems a bit more vulnerable, I'm going to, and I'm not sure how well my battle do in a battle against her, and I do know I have a pretty good anti-devil spell. I'm going to spend my first action casting guidance on. I'm going to cast guidance on Arden.
Mm-hmm.
Then, with my remaining 2 actions, I'm going to cast my final 3rd level. Well, one of my final 3rd level spell slots. I still have a bonus slot for summon animal, summon plant, or fungus. Of that, I'm going to cast Moonlight Ray at the devil.
Alright, how far is the range on that?
120 feet.
Okay, go ahead and make your attack roll.
Alright. Okay, I'm assuming that's gonna miss. Did I re-roll it? Not gonna get much better than that.
What'd you roll?
Yeah, it's only a 28.
Do you want to re-roll that, or do you think that'll hit or not?
I think part of me thinks that this won't hit, but part of me also thinks that this will reveal how unarmored she is. So I'll keep it.
Alright, go ahead and roll damage.
Ah, thank God. Alright.
So as Ruby
So
throws
barely
her to her left, you suddenly walk up, cast a bit of guidance towards Arden, and then point your finger forward as this beam of moonlight from the moon above seems to collate in your hand as you push it forward, casting a spell towards her.
Bro, that's 49.
What the fuck? What kind of damages are you doing?
That would be the silver cold and the good damage.
Oh my god. So, the silver cold is not negated because except silver. And then how much good damage did you do?
Good damage. That would be 8. Alright, that's 8.
13, 16, 20, 22, 25.
Well, no, 22, and then, what? That's technically 25. So that is, 35 instead. Because good
she's
damage is 10. Yeah, it's weakness to good damage.
She's weak 10.
So, as this beam hits her, it's... I really don't want to mention Dragon Ball here. But as you hit her, you send her flying, and she goes flying through multiple buildings as she dropped the book she was carrying onto the ground, continually flying. You see any clothing or armor that was left on her torso is just mangled as she's sent flying.
Hot damn.
By the way, 3 titties. Anyways.
Damn.
3 teeth.
Anyways.
It's
As she
been
goes
way
flying...
too long since I have seen a nice pair of tits. Actually, is it a pair if it's 3?
No, it would be a tree.
By the way, grab the book!
At this point, the book is on the ground.
He doesn't have any actions left.
Like
though.
120 feet away, I think.
No.
Mhm.
Wait a minute.
So, at this
There's
point,
no
we're out
problem.
of initiative. There's no more initiative.
I'm running towards the book and
Oh,
grabbing
I'm
it.
going to light a torch and then
I'm
drop it
grab-
on the book.
What the
I'm-
fuck,
I'm-
Ruby?
No, I'm
Are you-
grabbing the book.
Well,
I
Goron,
said
you
it
are
first.
very far away compared to where Ruby is. Ruby is
Hang on,
like
let me
see what I can
directly,
do.
Ruby is
Let me see
directly
what I can
by
do.
the book at the moment.
Invert's idea, Demon One's book? Actually, wait, no, never mind. I'll just pick up and pocket it.
Well, you said you were gonna burn it first. So you guys see
Can I
Ruby pull
ray
out
of
a torch
frost?
and is about to drop it down.
And I ray a frost at the
Yeah.
torch.
So as she drops the torch, you send a ray of frost and it hits the torch and it extinguishes as it goes rolling on the ground. As Ruby picks up the book.
Not burn the book. Am I
Ruby-
close enough to pick it up before Ruby tries
No.
again?
At this point, you're
God
like
damn it.
65 feet from the book, so it takes you 2 turns. You ray of frost as you're running, and Ruby manages to go, oh shit, and picks up the book, realizing, oh fuck, what the fuck am I doing? I'm acting on impulse here.
Yeah, her instincts are like, burn it before enemy can use it.
And then once I go over there, all right, hand me the book so we can figure out potentially how to reverse all this.
At this point, I would
I just
dispel my sousaphone.
But it's so cool.
Also, what the fuck was that instrument?
Me when you dispel your sousaphone.
Oh no.
You can't
I'm
do
paying
this to me.
Your sousaphone when you dispel it. Don't leave me here, Michael!
And don't worry, I can always summon another.
Anyway,
Really?
we are out of initiative. I assume that's because the being is either unconscious or dead.
Or just not able to contend with you at the moment.
That is true. I'm going to walk over to it.
It went flying hundreds of feet through buildings.
Yeah.
But I did see where it went.
You can try to find it, yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll try and find it.
Alright. So you
Alphonse
guys
is
watch
tired.
as the powerful mage just walks off into the distance the creature went flying.
Well, hopefully they'll be alright.
Yeah, we'll hope they'll be.
Now,
Anyways,
Well,
could you
that's
care to
dead.
give me... Kitsune, could you please give me the book?
I slap her in the face with the book before dropping it in front of her.
What the fuck, Ruby?
Nah, I'm joking about that one.
Okay, I was gonna say, I'm just gonna cast,
Meteor Swarm?
no.
I'm gonna cast End the Campaign.
Yeah, no, I just hand it over.
Is that
I
it?
did say I'd hand it over earlier.
Alright, so Invert does hand you the book. It's a nice... it is heavier than the tome that you had earlier. It is a big fucking book.
Alright. Could someone grab the powerful mage? I'm beginning to realize that we might need his help.
He is gone. No one sees him.
I'm
Not-
assuming he's
Not
gonna
even
finish
with
that
my
off.
passive 20.
No.
I mean, I am probably in sight, but I am several hundred feet away by this point because
Yeah.
haste is still in effect.
Yeah. As you look at the book, it is written in Elven. It goes, the many different ritualistic spells of the eras long forgotten. It also reads a subtitle, spells requiring multiple casters and multiple spells at one time. Rituals requiring multiple spells and multiple casters.
I am going to
What?
start looking through it to see if I can find one that mentions opening portals to hell.
I'm gonna go help.
Or
because
closing them,
I'm
for
somewhat
that
experienced with magic.
Make me a perception check. And I'll say with Einstein's help, you get +2.
Alright. Hero point. Hero point.
Okay.
What the fuck? Okay, last hero point.
There's Charles.
Okay, that's better. That's all my hero points, though.
Okay, so as you're flipping through, you start to flip through, and you see where the mucus on the pages has gone through the book, and you see the mucus stops at a specific page. And as you get there, you turn, and there it is bookmarked with a piece of cloth. As you open it up,
It's a
You
shame
see,
that she wanted to kill us.
you
Definitely
see
could have thought of uses for those tentacles. Anyways. Damn it.
You see a magical circle that is outlined on one of the first pages that seems to be bookmarked. And as you start to flip through, the magic circle looks very similar to the one that you disrupted not but a few hours ago. As you start to flip through the pages, you see a design pattern of these circles, 7 in total. You see ethereal chains that seem to lock a creature or object and use a creature or object of heavy divine power, divine nature, to create portals. This is just a theory book based upon a theory crafted by a mad mage from the first era who looking to bring the archdevils to the mortal plane. It mentions that it may be possible to bring at least a singular archdevil to this plane by using a place of important power during a powerful solstice, which is noted down as the zenith of creation.
So, by the looks of things, we basically stopped the end of the world.
Possibly. There is also notes on. It's not a complete like this is how you do it. It's just more of a this is what is theorized.
Quite possibly.
Make me a sense motive check.
Let me see what the fuck that falls under.
That'd be
It's
perception.
probably
Perception.
diplomacy. Oh, it is perception?
Mhm.
Okay. $31.
I will say V. The way the creature was fighting and trying to escape and stop you from getting to it, rather than just outright killing you, because you know that thing could probably have outright killed you if it wanted to. It seemed to not be wanting you to grab this book. It seemed to be wanting to stop this information from getting to people who may be able to stop the ritual.
Alright. So,
You get the
Well, I
feeling the
can
ritual
tell-
is still in effect.
so from what I can tell, they already have the information. We are completely fucked if we don't figure out how to stop this. You said it showed,
I will say, in theory, in the book itself, because you did roll pretty high, it does mention that, in theory, there should be a way to break the chains. There should be a single powerful summoner or something. There should be some creature of powerful import that is continuously feeding energy into the ritual. It also mentions that destroying the place of power or killing or destroying the creature or object of divine nature would also stop the ritual, most likely.
we could really use that powerful mage, but he's long gone by now.
Arden's
You know
should
what?
be over in that direction.
Meanwhile-
I assume, trying to find.
Perhaps we should try to find him.
As you guys go off to find Arden, Arden,
Yes.
make
I'm
me a
gonna stay and watch the tree.
make me a perception check, Arden.
Alright, perception. 1d20 plus modifier. 42.
You eventually do find the handmaiden. She seems to be pulling herself up off the ground. You can see a heavy amount of pink blood pouring out of her. As she pulls up, she doesn't notice you, and she looks around and begins to cast a spell before coughing out a lot of blood and losing the spell.
Alright. I will go up to her as I have my book in one hand and I'm preparing to cast a spell in the other, but I will begin speaking in common first and ask her, what other languages do you speak?
I will say, she does use divine magic, too. Remember that, so...
Yeah.
She looks to you. In your head, you hear well, you don't hear telepathy. You see telepathy. Technically, you see images and whatnot. She can speak telepathy, and then she eventually does speak to you in Celestial. A conversation begins to brew in Celestial, I'll say.
Alright.
Why do you wish to know my tongues, you filthy mortal?
To make conversation easier, as I have some questions.
Her eyes are like darting around, trying to see if she could figure a way to escape this.
That's understandable. I am sort of holding a spell in
By
her
the
face
way,
right
you're
now.
holding a spell out. She's bleeding heavily with her tits out. But
I'm going to
continue.
ignore
All
that.
three of them.
Yeah, all three.
Yes, I'm going to ignore that fact. But the first question I'm going to ask her, what does the House of Pride want to do with this continent?
This continent, more like this world.
Very
We
well
will
then,
summon
this
our
world.
lord to this world and take what is rightfully ours.
Do you not have a plane to yourselves already?
We have a plane of the hells, yes. But what is a plane of the hells to the mortal plane? Every plane is rightfully ours. Not just one.
You may believe that, but others will think the same and will contest you for this. What makes you think that Celestials themselves won't stake their claim as well?
They could not beat our lords in the first. After the creation of the first sin and imprisoned them in what we call the Hells now. Do you not think they fear us?
Everyone fears someone.
Maybe the other lords, but not mine.
Very well then. I guess your lord is too prideful to think themselves scared of something. But that is of no consequence right now.
What is it you seek of me, mortal?
Well, I happen to know someone that is looking for powerful people. Perhaps like yourself and maybe your lord. I'm sure that if they were to engage in conversation, they could come to an agreement about things.
Roll me a diplomacy check and add a
fuck.
+5.
Hey,
Oh, nice.
hey,
Roll
do I
10.
have good diplomacy? I have expert proficiency, so
V,
that's
you
it.
know about this. You know
Yeah.
about this.
Yeah, I know that the world is fucked if this happens.
Do you recognize
47.
the character now? Do you recognize the character now?
Oh, I knew who it was. I've always known.
All right, 47.
47.
I knew since he created it, dude. He told me. My character doesn't know.
Shall we go meet this individual then, face to face?
Perhaps, but I have other things to attend to right now as I have been sent on another errand. If you wish, though, send this message to your lord that a dragon known as Chlorophyll is looking to stake her claim. And if they wish to agree upon something, they can speak with her. Shall I send you to his side now?
I can return myself. Your friends seem to be seeking you. Go back to your filthy mortal.
Very well. I will cancel the spell.
Okay. She seems to immediately fly up into the sky and into the night. As the rest of you watch this individual dash away in the sky very fast, this individual seemingly having survived the initial injuries that you have brought upon her, seemingly having left. With her tits flying in the wind.
You have a problem with those tits.
At this point, you see
They are
walking
rather
out.
nice.
You see walking out of the house that this individual was just in, and flicking a spell out of their hands. Arden walks out.
You let them get away.
Oh, of course not. I didn't let them get away. She managed to escape. She had more tricks up her sleeve than I thought.
Can I roll a sense motive?
Yes. Yes.
No,
Roll me a sense versus a deception. I think you can roll, right, Sue?
I would like
I
to
can roll
as
deception,
well.
but I'm not very good at deception.
You're rolling.
I would like to roll. I would like to roll the sense move as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
if he
Yeah,
wants to.
me too.
Yeah. If he wants to.
Probably telling the truth.
Alright.
Okay, guys, roll it in chat, please. This is contested, remember.
Alright, deception. This is using the lowest modifier I have for skills, alright?
Well,
So
actually,
only
you
a
can
plus
point on
18,
that.
guys. Only a plus
Wait.
18.
I'll
What
use,
does?
hero
You roll
point.
perception.
Perception.
I got a nat 20 for 29.
Wait, why'd you roll twice?
I'll use a hero point.
Oh, okay. Remember, nat 20s don't really matter in this because unless he rolls a 29, then the nat 20 goes overriding that. But it's contested, so we'll see.
Last thing, it would give me a degree of success above.
Yeah, so
Unless
if
he
he,
gets
rolls
really
a 29
high.
as well, then you would be a degree above him because you have an
Let's go.
Phoenix,
I am going to
I
probably.
am getting
Oh wait,
all.
no, I haven't done that.
Phoenix, you don't
Yeah,
see
I
a
haven't- I
flaw in
haven't
his
done-
logic, do you?
You've already done the overseas pawn. I haven't
I-
done the extra shit.
I'm getting like all the bad
I
rolls
realize.
today.
So, you guys notice that he's a bit out of sorts at the moment in his mind, but he's hard to read. This man you've barely met like a few hours ago, like 2 hours at most.
Yeah, you don't know him very well.
Yeah.
Whatever. We need your help finding the force of this spell. Or rather, we need to find, what was her name? Mother Murphy or something?
Mama Murphy.
No, my character is saying it.
Oh,
Gonna be. Oh, right, Mama Murphy. We need to find her because that is who we were trying to find this for.
I'm not particularly great when it comes to finding people.
I would say Ruby, because you're not there. Technically, Ruby, you wouldn't have been able to roll that because you're not there. You're still staring at the tree.
Oh, I'm an idiot. I forgot I said I stayed back at the tree.
Continue your talk, sorry.
That's alright. We can probably head back to where they first had teleported us.
Worry not. I said I'm not very good at finding people.
Oh no, we know where she is most likely.
I'm gonna summon a familiar.
Okay, what's your familiar?
My familiar is a jet black owl.
Okay.
It's sort of just gonna come out of my arm as I just put my right arm out, and it just flies out of a tattoo that I have.
So, as you guys return to Ruby to collect her, Ruby, invert. As you stare at this tree, you feel a strange, divine connection to it, to your heritage. There's something weird about it. You feel this divine grace of life, but you also feel the drain of death from it. It's a weird thing to describe. It feels cold but warm. It feels like it is perfectly balanced. The tree itself. It feels
As all
like the
things
energies
should
that
be.
come from it are that way. At this point, the tree pulses, and everybody, aside from Ruby, is frozen. Ruby, you look backwards as your friends start to walk towards you, and they just stop moving. You see a fly that's in the middle of the air stops moving. And you watch as, in the higher boughs of this tree, you see this gigantic, thick-skinned beast with leathery wings. These two large horns that pull forward seems to, sorry, no, technically you wouldn't see that at the moment. You would have seen that beforehand. You watched this creature walking around in the boughs of the tree on the Noble District, and he seemed to be flying off towards one of the circles. That seems to have ethereal chains connected to it. As he seems to fly towards the ones in the sky, he freezes as well. And you watch as the tree just sits there as everything else is frozen, and its leaves seem to blow in an ever-present wind in this frozen state. A few leaves drop and they freeze as soon as they get about 10 feet away from the tree. As you stare at this tree, it seems to almost have a shimmering gold and purple after image as it moves just slightly. Ruby, do you allow the connection?
I do.
Alright. Time resumes. You guys watch as Invert suddenly just... her head lolls downwards. And she blinks and comes back to.
Well, that's just interesting. Anyways, before we leave, I am going to see if the tree knows where we can find the chained creature. Besides, well, provided there's a chained creature. I'm going to look at the page again to see if it mentions that it might be something besides creature.
So, it could be a chained creature or object that the spell is using as a kind of like lightning rod. Or you can look for the creature that is supplying the spell with mana.
Alright. I am going to attempt to speak to the tree again.
Alright. As you attempt to look towards the tree, what do you say to it?
I apologize, Father, once more. But I was wondering if you perhaps knew where we could find the conduit or mana supplier of the demon summoning spell.
As you ask this, there's this heavy wind, and a few leaves shake and they hit the ground right next to you, pick up, and they start to trail off into the sky. And as you look towards that direction, you see that large, leathery, winged, hide-skinned beast, or not beast, creature with large horns.
I see.
You see it
Thank you
approach
very much.
one of the circles in the sky, and it just holds its hands up as this red energy pours from its hands upwards into the circle itself.
Thank you. Hopefully we can stop this before it ends up harming you. Keep in mind, I'm using my ability to speak to it.
Yeah,
as
everybody
well.
else just hears the sound of breaking branches and shit, and like the smell of like flowers.
Plants can communicate in a lot of ways, and it's weird. Most of the time it's through a root system, yes, but there's other ways.
So you're getting rooted?
No. But there's other ways.
Uh,
I'm talking about in
I-
real life, plants actually do speak to each
I
other,
know.
which is kind of
Yeah,
cool to know. Alright, we should probably head back to Mama Murphy and inform her of what we have found. Mage, I apologize, I'm terrible with names. Are you perhaps able to teleport us near the college again?
What am I?
Speaks
your
of our call
delivery
right-
boy?
None of the rest of us can teleport.
The original place she teleported you would have been north of the north side of the city, right by the lake, specifically. Just so you're aware.
Or rather,
All right.
are you aware of where the lake is?
Very well. I think I can get you there. I'm going to
I'll do
drain bonded item to get back my 7th level spell slot to cast teleport again, and then teleport the group there.
Roll me a D100 in chat. Let's see.
Mmm. That's
I'm
a-
assuming your character didn't partake in the festivities. He was here for a reason.
Of course not.
Yeah.
Of course not. I was here for a reason. I wouldn't partake in the festivities. But anyway, percentile. Let's see. I'm going to get under 10. Who's going to bet that I roll under 10?
You need a 60 or
Mi-
higher.
under 5.
Under 5? All right, we got someone under 5. Anyone below that?
I'd say 1.
1. We got a 1. Anyone below 1?
Somehow managed to roll a
one the
0.
lowest you can go. Also, Invert would slip away during the 10 minutes he's casting to change.
Okay.
All
I
right.
guess I'll just perform a medicine check on myself.
Sure.
Oh, are you treating wounds?
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
So
I
you
am
can
going
actually
to
restore
cast-
hit points by doing that.
I am going to use healing plaster to heal myself.
A healing plaster.
It's
Alright.
just a good cantrip.
All
Which
right.
of
Now,
these 8?
25. That's a should be a critical success for normal treat wounds.
all right. You can actually choose to go for a higher success to restore more hit points.
I was doing by default, so
All right.
in that case.
Anyways, is everyone done doing their things before I can teleport?
Yeah.
All right.
Invert just comes back with her ears and tail out wearing a forest green tailless bunny suit.
All right. Teleport is activating. 56.
Did you guys hear what
I
I said?
didn't do my. I didn't
Yeah, I
do
heard
my
what this
check
man
yet.
said.
I'll just do my check right now,
Just do it,
anyways.
just do it.
You're the one who gave it to me.
No, I mean, did you guys hear what I said when I said you have to roll above a certain number?
Yeah, I know. You
Yeah.
said
Yeah.
roll above 60. I didn't roll above 60.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now, do I
Oh,
fall off the
God.
island?
Do we all fall off the island?
Oh wait,
Well,
I think I know
need
what's
to
gonna
finish
happen.
my treat wounds here, but yeah, doesn't matter.
So, as you finish casting the spell, like, that should have.
Hang on a sec.
That should have worked. And you guys watch him disappear, and you're like, shouldn't we have gone? And you all disappear as well from the area. For you, Mr. Arden,
Mm-hmm.
you appear in a familiar place. The sands of Durath.
Okay.
But that's strange. You shouldn't be able to appear here. And as you look around, you see the capital city. And it's in the middle of a tremendous battle. You could see the sky itself is pulling down an iridescent tempest-like tornado towards the highest peak of the capital, a spire, almost as if a lightning rod created generations ago for this specific purpose. You can see explosions and ice coming out of some of these highest towers as you get the feeling the Cold King might be in the middle of a battle. At this point, it touches down. White flashes for you. And that's where Arden's story ends for now in this campaign.
All right, Arden's dead.
No, he's not dead. He's just been sent forward in time.
Oh, he was sent forward in time. Okay.
By about 24 hours, yes. Meanwhile, Ruby.
Mm-hmm.
You appear in a strange cave. We hear the sound of shackles moving. And you turn around, and you see this gigantic green dragon stares at you, a familiar one.
Oh, fuck.
Isn't this a familiar face? As it goes down to reach towards you, can see large wounds on its body pour this acidic, toxic cloud out of it. It goes to reach down and bite at you, and you flash again and appear right in the spot that you were supposed to teleport to originally, suffering 11 points of force damage. Phoenix. You appear in the spot as you see Ruby appear and just land on the ground. You appeared where you needed to appear. Shadowy. Who's your character again?
Elsign.
Elsign.
Shadowy. You appear in the middle of a large tower, and you realize this is the top of the Mages College. As you look around, you can see this altar that's been built on the top of it, and you can see multiple mages performing a ritual. And you look up and you can see the sky, which has this iridescent color to it, and these ley lines that are now visible. You can see a small tornado is starting to appear directed at the top of the central tree. As you stare at this and you hear this chanting from this ritual, you notice the Archmage of the college stands up and turns around and stares at you. Oh, you weren't supposed to be here. And he points a finger at you. As he does, he casts a spell, and just before the spell would hit you, you appear where you're supposed to be, suffering 6 points of force damage.
Oh, fuck. Shadowy found out a secret.
V. Oh! You appear where you're supposed to be, and you regain the 17 health that your compatriots lost.
Oh, fuck.
As
Does
you
that put me
appear-
above? Because I did my treat wounds, and I only have 6 missing HP.
You're full health.
You're full health. As you appear, you're like, why do I feel so good? And then you see your two friends go, and they just have, like, horrendous magic burns on their body. Like magic sunburns.
And I'm just, like, standing there trying to figure out what happened to them.
And as
Are
you
you-
all
Oh, hi
hear,
there.
Arden is nowhere to be seen.
Now, where is the mage?
As
What a
you
great question.
As you
The powerful mage, not you.
as you ponder this magnificent query, that is where we're going to end the session.
Alright.
Yay.